Good evening and welcome inside People's Bank Park as we prepare for Game 2 of the Division Series between your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the second half Freedom Division winners, the York Revolution. I'm Brandon Belanda alongside my broadcast partner once again tonight, Tim Lillis. Tim, a tough loss for the Blue Crabs last night. They fell behind early. 3 runs in the first 2 innings for the Revolution. They fought back, though. A solo home run from Michael Snyder in the 4th. And then a 2 RBI double from L.J. Hose in the 8th tied the game. A scoreless 9th. We went to extras. In the 10th, Evan Reed came on. He got 2 quick outs. It looked like it was going to be a good inning. Ruby Silva got him for a double. And then Telvin Nash, the ever-dangerous cleanup hitter for the Revolution, with a 2-run walk-off home run to win Game 1, give the Revolution a lead. Blue Crabs will look to respond tonight behind Daryl Thompson. We went over a couple of keys in last night's game, 4 to be exact. The Blue Crabs only hit one of those 4 keys from last night. We'll run through those one more time. The keys that we went over last night were, 1, we needed to score first. We did not do that. 2, we needed to out-hit our opponents. We did not do that. We needed to not commit errors. We did do that. That was the one check mark that the Blue Crabs have. And what was the last key for last night's matchup, if you remember?
The last key of the 4, you got to have get the lead first, out-hit your opponents, not commit errors, and the I actually am at a loss. I forget. I know we didn't accomplish it, but I do know what we need to do tonight.
Score more than 3 runs.
Score more than 3 runs, yes, indeed. And we also only got 2-3. Wouldn't have done the trick last night anyway.
The big difference there, when the Blue Crabs score more than 3 runs, 49-17. When they score 3 or less runs, 18-57. So those were the 4 keys last night. Obviously, those are going to translate over today. Meet those 4. But we discussed some other things. You came up with 3 new keys to the game for tonight's matchup. What do the Blue Crabs need to do outside of those 4 things tonight differently to get the win here, even the series, steal one on the road, and just go home to win 2 of 3?
Yeah, so after looking at last night's game and the performance of the Blue Crabs, especially their offense, but the first thing that jumps off the page is not allowing the York Revolution's leadoff hitters to get on base. Last night, the York Revolution got 2 of their 9 leadoff hitters, if you count the regular 9-inning game, but only 2 total leadoff hitters got on. Both of them came around to score early on when they took their initial lead in the game. So that is a huge key for tonight's starter, Daryl Thompson, and going throughout the game into the bullpen. And speaking of the bullpen, the next big key is to get to the back end of the bullpen. The back end of the bullpen with Epley and his setup man Thornton, who we saw last night, this team, when they are leading after 8 innings, is 42-3. It is a very impressive statistic, and even after leading after 6 innings, they're 49-9. So this team, when they can get a comfortable lead or any kind of lead after the first 2/3 of the game, is in a very strong position to win. And thirdly, most importantly, I think, for all of us, Daryl Thompson has to pitch like Daryl Thompson. Here against York, he has had a very underwhelming statistical performance this season.
He's 0-3 with an 8.71 ERA against the York Revolution. That's during the regular season. Thompson made 4 starts against the Revs on the regular season and took the loss in 3 of those. An 8.71 ERA as the second highest ERA on the team against York.
That 8.71 ERA is almost 4 runs higher than his season ERA of 3.86. So that tells you just how dramatically different he has pitched against York this season, both at home and on the road. So that is perhaps the biggest key to the game tonight. DT has to show up and give us 6 solid innings, perhaps more, of what we know he can do.
Daryl Thompson getting back to 1 all-star form, veteran form, and realistically, although Gabby Hernandez got the ball in Game 1, I would consider Daryl Thompson the leader of this pitching staff.
Yeah.
He came into the season slated as the number 2 guy. Justin DeFreitas was the number 1. DeFreitas got picked up. Darryl assumed the number one role. Gabby put up the numbers to get the ball in game one, but everybody still looks at Darryl Thompson as one of the best pitchers in the Atlantic League. He enters play tonight tied for the all-time lead in wins as a pitcher for the Blue Crabs. He has 40 career wins for Southern Maryland. So Darryl Thompson has got to get back to form against these York Revolution. If he gives up 8 runs tonight, that's just not going to get the job done. So Thompson's got to figure it out, and the Blue Crabs got to get on the board early and meet the keys from yesterday, meet these new keys. You mentioned the leadoff hitters. A big one is Alonzo Harris. Alonzo, we mentioned it last night, a huge part of the York Revolution offense, one of the front runners for Player of the Year. He's in the top 10 in average, home runs, stolen bases. He leads the league in runs scored. Keeping Alonzo Harris off the base pass at the top of the lineup is going to be huge for the Blue Crabs, and keeping the leadoff hitter off the base pass every inning is going to be big. We'll roll through the starting lineups. If you weren't with us last night, both lineups are actually exactly the same, sans the pitcher. So we'll run through those. Southern Maryland first. Third baseman Jose Lozada bats leadoff. Second baseman number 2, Nate Sampson, follows him. The number 3 hitter is the left fielder, number 10, L.J. Hose. The designated hitter, number 16, Michael Snyder, will bat in the cleanup spot. Devin Rodriguez, the first baseman, number 12, will bat 5th. Center fielder Corey Vaughn, number 27, bats 6th. Number 9, the shortstop Edwin Garcia, will bat in the 7th spot. The catcher, number 32, Luis Allen, bats 8th. And the right fielder, number 23, Zach Cohn, will round out the lineup behind DT on the mound. On the other side, you've got the left fielder, Alonzo Harris, leading off for the Revolution. Right fielder, Jared Mitchell, bats second. The third hitter in the lineup is second baseman, Ruby Silva. Cleanup hitter, first baseman, Telvin Nash. The designated hitter is Michael Burgess, batting 5th. Catcher, Isaiah Tejeda, bats 6th. Center fielder, Travis Witherspoon, 7th. Shortstop, Ryan Dent, 8th. And the third baseman is Chase Simpson. As we prepare for the national anthem, we will step away and be right back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. We are back here inside People's Bank Park, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And we are about ready to go here. Victor Mateo is on the mound to make his final warm-up pitches for the Revolution. Mateo on the season, 6-9 with a 4.38 ERA for the Revs. He'll be making his 27th start of the season for York. Against the Blue Crabs on the year, he's 1-1 with a 4.24 ERA. That coming in 3 starts. He's thrown 17 innings against Southern Maryland, given up 18 hits but 16 strikeouts. So the Blue Crabs need to limit the strikeouts against Mateo tonight. The good news, they didn't strike out last night too much. It went 10 innings. They struck out 11 times, so a little over, or strike out an inning. Their pitching staff did the exact same, led by 8 from Gabby Hernandez. So the strikeout numbers were big in last night's matchup. We'll see how that plays into tonight. Jose Lozada is stretching in the on-deck circle. He's going to bat leadoff for the Blue Crabs. Lozada needs to get it going. He was 1 for 4 with a run scored in last night's game. He singled in the 8th inning, a 2-out single that broke his bat but kept the inning alive, allowed the Blue Crabs to tie the game. Lozada needs to find a way to get on base to start this one, get the game started right. As the switch hitting utility man, he's playing third base tonight, digs into the left-handed batter's box. Mateo has finished his warm-ups, and we are ready to go here in Game 2, excuse me.
Trying to relive Game 1, are you, Brandon?
Game 1 was an exciting one. If we could do that again tonight, it would be fantastic. As Mateo winds and delivers a fastball, that goes outside and high, and we are underway. Mateo winds for the 1-0. Same spot, same result. And Lozada's in a hitter's count already. 2 balls and no strikes.
If it's an advantage for the Blue Crabs to keep their leadoff hitters off, they really need to get their leadoff hitters on. The Blue Crabs do. They didn't really have a lot of success with that last night.
The 2-0 fastball misses high, and Lozada is ahead quickly. 3 balls and no strikes.
Mateo's a rangy righty, a lot of very long legs, long arms, slings the ball to the plate. Blue Crabs have seen him a couple times throughout the season.
As he delivers a fastball inside, Lozada thought it missed, but a called strike on the corner. Mateo, 6'5", 225 pounds, out of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. The 28-year-old is in his 11th professional season. As he delivers, Lozada fights it off, and the count will run full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Mateo's got 2 career no-hitters in the affiliated minors to his name, so he's got some good stuff, and the Blue Crabs are going to have to try to limit how much he can control that strike zone and control his pitches and hopefully spoil some good pitches as he goes.
Lozada doing his job as the leadoff man. He's worked to the count full, gets a hold of one here to deep right field, hooking towards the line. That's going to stay fair, a solo home run for Jose Lozada. And just like that, Southern Maryland is on the board. Lozada comes through, his 6th home run of the season, his first since July 31st, and the switch hitter gets on the board early.
Get your check marks ready. That's first hit for a leadoff hitter. We scored first. I like those odds.
1-0 the score here already as the number 2 hitter, Nate Sampson, digs in and takes fastball inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
At this rate, we're going to hit 27 home runs tonight.
That is technically the rate, as Sampson with a high fly ball towards left field. Alonzo Harris drifting over. He'll make the catch. And 1 out here in the inning.
At this rate, we're going to hit 13.5 home runs tonight.
Very good math. Actually, you're wrong. We're still on pace to hit 27 home runs because every out we would hit a home run before the out. So 27 home runs is the pace.
Never a math major.
27 home runs is the pace. 1 down, 1 run on the board, and the number 3 hitter, L.J. Hose, digs into the box. Hose 1 for 4 with the 2 RBI double last night.
Yeah, Hose really was one of the keys to the offense last night, hitting out of the 3-hole. That double late to really show the resilience of this offense.
Hose swinging here and fouls that one off.
The offense was resilient last night, and no doubt the pitching staff showed a lot of heart and guts and stuff last night as they stayed in this game as long as they did.
0-2 on its way. That one in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count to Hose. Mateo works out of the stretch. He sets at his head and now delivers. That one misses low, and the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Mateo is not if he's able to correct the wildness of his stuff and limit those walks, the Blue Crabs hitter is going to have to really watch out. But so far, he has not been able to control, especially out of that left-handed batter's box. A lot of his breaking stuff has been missing low and outside, as that last pitch did.
So the count is full to LJ Hose now, as Mateo has run the count full to a pair of batters in the inning. He kicks in, delivers check swing from Hose. That's sent down to the first base umpire, Derek Moshe. No swing, and Hose is aboard with the walk. Blue Crabs making Mateo throw a lot of pitches here immediately in this ball game. He worked the count full against Lozada, who won the battle with a home run, and Hose wins the battle here with a walk. He's aboard. The crowd not a big fan of that call.
Did not like that call, and they immediately told the home plate umpire, Tehran, about it.
So we'll run through the umpire crew. What a better time than now. Jorge Tehran behind the plate, Derek Moshe at first. Richard Katz moves to second, and Dave Speranza at third. The first pitch to Michael Snyder misses low. 1 ball and no strike. Snyder with a big start to the series last night. 3 for 4 with a solo home run. The first run of the game for Southern Maryland. They'd love to keep him hot, as he's hitting .303 against the Revolution on the year.
Snyder did that all last night on one good leg, so you'd like to see him still just driving the ball just like that. A single through the left side. Moves Hose up to second.
Snyder gets that one right through the left side. The infield was pinched in double play depth, and he finds the vacated hole. Blue Crabs looking to add even more runners on first and second for none other than Devin Rodriguez. Rodriguez struggled last night, 0 for 4 in that game, but he's still hitting on the season. Finished the regular season with a .364 average. 28 multi-hit games for him. He hit .377 on the road, 6 home runs, 50 RBIs. What can't you say about this kid?
Well, I can say that he's definitely coming into the batter's box tonight with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. He had a call go against him last night later in the game, and it really fired him up, and he's a usually mild-mannered guy.
So first and second, 1 out. First pitch to Rodriguez misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Rodriguez was rung up on a curveball that appeared to be high, but he went down on a called strike 3. It was a 3-2 pitch. He thought he drew a walk, but instead was rung up to lead off the inning. Completely different inning when you get the leadoff man on, as Mateo delivers low, 2 balls and no strikes. And the way Rodriguez put it when talking to him after, he has 16 walks on the season. So it's not like he's a guy going up there looking to draw walks. He doesn't want to walk. He wants to swing away. He walks once every about 15 games as he shoots one towards the gap here. Alonzo Harris on the run, lays out, makes the catch.
Unbelievable catch.
Alonzo Harris showing the leather here in the first inning. That looked headed for the gap, as everybody on the York team with the tip of the cap to Alonzo Harris. Tejeda behind the plate and the pitcher Mateo. That one looked for sure to be a double in the left center gap. That was easily going to score LJ Hose, but Alonzo Harris showing why he's not only in it for his offense, but a Player of the Year candidate on the defensive side as well. That will bring up Corey Vaughn. Vaughn still in a slump as of late as he digs in. And swinging on the first pitch. He's behind, no balls and 1 strike. Vaughn 0 for 4 last night. As Mateo sets for the 0-1 to him. That one goes in the dirt low. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Blue Crabs center fielder. Vaughn in the last 10 games, just 3 for 32, an .094 average. The 1-1 to Vaughn, swung on and fouled back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Getting Corey Vaughn back on track would be a huge part in getting this offense rolling. Now would be as good a time as ever. Send Daryl Thompson to the mound with a comfortable lead. They do have the 1 run on the board, but if he could make it even more, we're in a much better situation moving forward. As Mateo sets at the shoulders for the 1-2 and delivers. Vaughn goes the other way. That one's flared down the line. It stays fair. Hose will come around to score. Snyder on his way to third. He's getting the stop sign. Vaughn into second. A stand-up double. And the Blue Crabs take a 2-0 lead.
That's almost entirely the ball that Devin Rodriguez hit that could have scored one and left Snyder at first. Only this time, Vaughn went the other way and deposited it just over the infield into right field.
So not the contact that Corey Vaughn
Not
was
at all.
looking for, but you take hits any way you can get them, especially when it comes to late postseason baseball. And just like that, 2-0 the score, 2 men in scoring position. And Edwin Garcia coming up to the plate as Garcia with a high fly ball towards right center. Mitchell and Witherspoon coming together. The right fielder, Jared Mitchell, will make the call. He makes the catch, and that will end the inning. But what an inning it was for Southern Maryland. They put up 2 runs on 3 hits, led by the solo home run from Jose Lozada. No errors in the inning. They leave 2 men on base. But Darrell Thompson, the veteran right-hander, will head to the mound with a 2-0 lead despite not throwing a pitch yet in the night. Can't ask for anything more than that. Alonzo Harris leads it off as the Revs try to fight back when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey, this is Cody Hebner, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join me at select Saturday home games throughout the season as the Blue Crabs light up the night sky with post-game Saturday night firework extravaganzas. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Blue Crabs fans, the Blue Crabs are celebrating their 10th anniversary season in 2017, and they can't do it without you. Join the team all season long for special giveaways and ongoing 10-year tributes with group tickets starting at just $10. Regency Furniture Stadium's spacious and modern amenities include 16 luxury suites, an all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion with a great view overlooking left field, and the Legends Club, which can host your event of up to 160 people for a game or anytime. Call today at 301-638-9788 to speak with a sales executive or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Joe Gannon on being voted by fans as the starting pitcher for the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Gannon made his professional debut in 2002 before signing with Southern Maryland in 2008, where he went 12-6 with a 3.17 ERA in his debut season with the team. During this campaign, he was named Atlantic League All-Star and Atlantic League Pitcher of the Year. Gannon appeared in 100 career games for the Blue Crabs, collecting 26 wins, including his 12-win season in 2008.
Hey, this is Mike Snyder, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Peoples Bank Park, Blue Crabs on the board first. 2 runs in the top of the first inning. And now Darrell Thompson heads to the mound with a lead and delivers the first pitch of his night to Alonzo Harris. That one's fouled back. And Thompson's ahead. No balls and 1 strike. That one misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Thompson winds. That one misses outside as well. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Looks like Darrell's moving as quickly as usual with his usual pace on the mound tonight, so that bodes well.
Thompson kicks and delivers. Harris thinks about offering but holds back. And the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 catches the outside corner, and Thompson evens the count. Hopefully, this goes a little different than the first batter of the game. Jose Lozada for the Blue Crabs ran the count full against Victor Mateo and won that with a solo home run. Thompson hoping for a different result as he winds for the payoff pitch. Harris fights it off, out of play, hits the screen, and heads back down towards the field as the man in front of us tries to make the catch, but it flips all of his chips up into his lap.
That's like $8 worth of chips. That's terrible. Yeah.
So Thompson now ready for the 7th pitch of the at-bat as he winds for the 3-2 once more. Chopper down the third baseline. That's going to get foul as a battle here between Harris and Thompson continues.
As we pointed out last night, once Harris gets into a count deep, especially with 2 strikes, he really does choke up and becomes more of a hitter, an actual professional hitter. And you see that here with that nice little slap to try to stay alive on that pitch. And we'll see this next pitch coming up.
Thompson winds for the 3-2 once more. A pop fly towards the middle of the infield. Rodriguez is coming in, and he will make the catch for out number 1. So Thompson wins the battle in a big battle. That's one of the keys that you mentioned earlier, was keep the leadoff man off of base, and more specifically, keep Alonzo Harris off of base at the very start of the game.
If Alonzo Harris leads off 3 times, if we can at least keep him from getting on base all through those 3 times, I'll be pretty happy.
So that'll bring up Jared Mitchell. Mitchell 1 for 4 with an RBI last night. As Thompson winds and delivers. Mitchell swinging on the first pitch. Ground ball to short. Edwin Garcia is there to vacuum it up and fire across the first. 2 up, 2 down for Darrell Thompson. Couldn't have been different at-bats, though. A 8-pitch at-bat to Alonzo Harris, followed by a 1-pitch at-bat to Jared Mitchell. Both get the job done as Thompson now heads into the very dangerous part of the lineup that really did the Blue Crabs in last night. Ruby Silva and Telvin Nash on deck, both 3 for 5 in last night's game. Thompson hoping to get Silva out here. Kicks and delivers. Fastball, that one right there. And he's ahead again. No balls and 1 strike. Hoping for a much different first inning than Victor Mateo, who threw 24 pitches.
I can tell you right now, so far, Mateo's control.
A line drive out towards right center. That's going to get down. Corey Vaughn will cut it off in the gap as Silva rounds first. He'll throw the brakes on and head back into first. A 2-out single keeps the inning alive, and a 2-out hit keeping the inning alive for Telvin Nash sounds relatively familiar,
Right.
as that's pretty much exactly what happened in the bottom of the 10th last night. A 2-out double from Ruby Silva, followed with the home run from Telvin Nash.
I was going to say, though, Victor Mateo's control early on is lacking compared to Darrell's so far. So if you compare the 2 first inning pitching performances so far, Darrell's still coming out on top.
Thompson to the stretch now for the first time. Sets at his chest and delivers. This one's weakly hit down the first baseline. Rodriguez will field it. Underhand toss to Thompson at the base. And he's there to end the inning. The 3-1 putout retires the side as Thompson gives up no runs on 1 hit, no errors, leaves 1 man on base. He gets through the first unscathed, exactly what he wanted to do. And the Blue Crabs take a 2-0 lead into the second. 8-9-1 due up when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Blue Crabs fans, join us at select Thursday home games for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game and 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer in the Legends Club from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. For more information on this or any other exciting offers throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788. For any sign, banner, or custom graphics needs, be sure to check out Fast Signs of Waldorf. Fast Signs works with you to create a targeted message that brings interest to your product, and their expert graphic design artists bring your ideas to life for you. For more information on their products and services, visit their website at fastsigns.com/2017 or stop by their Waldorf location located at 11750 Business Park Drive, Suite 105, open Monday through Friday. Fast Signs, the official sign partner of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
Hey, this is David Wayne Russo, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back inside Peoples Bank Park as Victor Mateo back to the mound. delivers his first pitch of the second inning to Luis Allen. A pop fly towards shallow left field. The left fielder Alonzo Harris coming on will make the catch. One pitch, one out for Mateo. A completely different start to this inning than last inning. As last inning, in the first, he went to a full count with Jose Lozada before the home run led off that inning. So that'll bring up Zach Cohn, the number 9 hitter. Go ahead with what you were saying, Tim.
And most importantly, he also threw 24 pitches in that first inning, and he's not going to be on pace to do that if the Blue Crabs are swinging and making contact on first pitches.
Almost an obligatory take there from Cohn. Catches the outside corner on a fastball. No balls and 1 strike. Mateo winds. That one misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The reason I say it was obligatory is the fact that if he swings at that first pitch and makes contact, we're talking 2 pitches, 2 outs, and Lozada's got to take a few to give Thompson some time to rest in the dugout. So to save Lozada the trouble, Cohn went ahead and has worked the count to 2 balls and 1 strike to allow the man on deck to do whatever he feels necessary in his at-bat, hopefully with a runner on. Mateo ready for the 2-1. Cohn with a ground ball up the middle. Dent to his left. He'll fire on the run across his body to first in time. And 2 up, 2 down for Mateo. That'll turn the lineup back over to the top as Jose Lozada digs back in. Lozada, we've mentioned it many times, led off the game with a home run, his second of the season from the left side of the plate. He has 6 now, but 4 of those have come against left-handed pitchers from his right side. His only other left-handed home run came all the way back in June of this year as he takes fastball in the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Fastball here misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lozada flirting with 300 at the end of the year. He finished the regular season with a .298 batting average as he takes on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lozada trying to get a 2-out hit and extend the inning as Mateo delivers. This one shot right back up the middle. It'll hit the pitcher in his foot. Mateo recovers nicely and fires on to first. A 1-2-3 inning for him. Very quick second inning. Exactly what he needed for the Revolution. As the Blue Crabs go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Thompson back to the mound with a 2-0 lead. Burgess, Tejeda, and Witherspoon due up when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
The season's almost over, but that just means that it's time to book your next corporate, family, or holiday event in Regency Furniture Stadium's spacious and luxurious Legends Club. Catered group events for up to 160 people can easily and quickly be booked for almost any reason all off-season, including holiday parties. Call the group sales department today at 301-638-9788 for more info or to schedule your next event.
The Blue Crabs would like to thank Domino's Pizza for their sponsorship for the 2017 season. Be sure to try Domino's new stuffed cheesy bread or their oven-baked sandwiches, featured on their 2 for $5.99 menu. To find a location near you or to place an order online, please visit www.domino's.com. Domino's Pizza, the official pizza sponsor of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
At their location at 173 St. Patrick's Drive, Grill 13 makes it easy to enjoy their Irish fare and great drink specials every day. At Grill 13, they believe in good food, good drinks, good people, coupled with extraordinary customer service and cleanliness to make you feel part of the family. Whether lunch, dinner, or a round of drinks after the long workday, visiting Grill 13 is always a great experience. Feel free to come relax with family, friends, or even fly solo with a premium cocktail, our handmade pulled pork, fresh wings, bangers and mash, or any one of their tasty dishes. Then indulge in one of Grill 13's famous premium handmade Sugar Lips desserts. Call 301-645-2983 or visit grillwithane13.com.
Hey, this is Cody Hebner, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
We head to the bottom of the second. Blue Crabs with a 2-0 lead. Daryl Thompson back on the mound. He'll face Michael Burgess to lead off this inning, the designated hitter for the Revs, as the infield pulls to the pull side for the lefty, and Thompson delivers a fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Blue Crabs rarely shift, but they show it here against the lefty Burgess. They've only done this a couple of times on the year. Burgess is one of them. Kyle Roller from Somerset gets the shift as well. A couple of the big lefties from Lancaster get it as well, but rarely shift against right-handed batters and don't even shift against all lefties.
It's a pretty good compliment to that batter Burgess that they're even considering giving him the right side.
A ground ball here. Sampson dives in the hole behind first and makes the play on to first in time. A great play from Nate Sampson. As we've seen some defense here to this point, Alonzo Harris with one of the best catches I've seen all year in the first inning to save a pair of runs. Sampson saves the leadoff hit there. And Thompson gets the first batter in this inning.
Perhaps more importantly, the shift worked. He was in better position to make that play, and if he weren't in that shift, he had not even gone close to it.
If he was straight up in his normal position, there's not a chance Nate Sampson gets there. So definitely worked out in that situation. As Frisbee makes the right call, Sampson rewards him with a great play. And maybe Nate Sampson knows your keys. Keep the leadoff runner off base, and found any way he could to do it. As fastball misses low here to Isaiah Tejeda. 1 ball and no strikes.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure Nate Sampson's a big fan of our broadcast.
I'm sure he has it in his pocket out there listening to what's going on.
He's got earbud in. You can't see it, but
Thompson with the 1-0. That one's chopped back to Thompson at the mound. He picks it up, steps and fires to first. 2 up, 2 down. Very sensitive subject. We don't talk about earbuds after the whole Yankees-Red Sox situation.
Oh, absolutely not.
So 2 up, 2 down. A good start for Thompson here, as a pair of ground balls have gotten him 2 quick outs. He's looking for a nice 1-2-3 inning as he's thrown just 5 pitches. And Travis Witherspoon heads to the plate. Witherspoon 1 for 4 with a run scored in last night's game.
And really, outside of the single by Silva, not a lot of hard-hit balls at all so far from the Reds batters.
Witherspoon squares to bunt, pulls back as the fastball misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. Revs definitely struggling with contact. We've seen a pop out, 3 weak grounders. The Burgess ground ball was pretty well hit, but Witherspoon squares to bunt here and pulls back again, 1-1. But it wasn't hard enough to get through that hole. So Silva's hit the only one that's been a real danger to this point. Thompson winds for the 1-1. He kicks and delivers, blows a fastball by Witherspoon at 89 miles an hour. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That tells me that Darryl is being more deceptive than perhaps those batters are ready for.
Thompson winds for the 1-2 and delivers. Another fastball here as this one's popped up out of play. Thompson touches 90 on the gun that time. Thompson, when he made his trips to the major leagues in 2008, was reaching only as high as 94, so he hasn't lost that much velocity. As the game goes on here, I imagine he'll loosen up, pop 91, 92, but that's about all he's got. As he gets 91 here, a fly ball towards right. That's going to get down in front of Cone, who tried to make a play. It'll kick away from the right fielder. Witherspoon on his way to third. The throw comes in. Witherspoon will slide into third base on what will likely be ruled a single and an error.
Yes, indeed.
As that ball got down in front of Cone, who was trying to charge on and make the play. It kicked off of his glove and rolled right by him. And Witherspoon took advantage and circled the bases.
One of the worst batters on the Revs to make a mistake like that for, with his speed on the base paths.
So Travis Witherspoon 90 feet away, but Darryl Thompson is just 1 out away. It can be anything. He's just got to be careful of the wild pitch or the pass ball here, with Ryan Dent coming to the plate. Thompson to the stretch, kicks and delivers. Fastball right there, and the count goes to no balls and 1 strike. The Revs have a lot of speed up and down their lineup, but Witherspoon is likely one of the fastest. That is going to be ruled the single and the error to Cone. A line drive towards Garcia at short. He leaps and makes the catch. Thompson with the point at his shortstop as that retires the side. Two good defensive plays in the innings from the Blue Crabs. And Thompson goes through this inning unscathed. No runs, one hit, one error, one man left on base. And we head to the third, a 2-0 lead. As Nate Sampson, LJ Hose, Michael Snyder due up when we come back in the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey fans, be sure to join us at the ballpark every Tuesday home game for our new Tuesdays. During these games, concessions will be offering fans $2 pretzels, popcorn, and peanuts. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
With their new location at 3016 Waldorf Marketplace in Waldorf, Grill 13 now makes it even easier to enjoy their Irish fare and great drink specials every day. At Grill 13, they believe in good food, good drinks, good people, coupled with extraordinary customer service and cleanliness to make you feel part of the family. Whether lunch, dinner, or a round of drinks after the long workday, visiting Grill 13 is always a great experience. Feel free to come relax with family, friends, or even fly solo with a premium cocktail, our handmade pulled pork, fresh wings, bangers and mash, or any one of their tasty dishes. Then indulge in one of Grill 13's famous premium handmade Sugar Lips desserts. Call 301-645-2983 or visit grillwithane13.com.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Christian Lopez on being voted by fans as the starting catcher on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Lopez was drafted in the 6th round of the 2003 MLB Amateur Draft by the Tampa Bay Rays. Lopez signed with Southern Maryland in 2010, where he hit .274 with 7 home runs and 7 stolen bases in his debut season. Lopez was also named an Atlantic League All-Star in what proved to be his final season with the team, 2012. Back inside People's Bank Park, Blue Crabs with a 2-0 lead as the 2-3-4 due up here in the third. Nate Sampson leads it off, takes the first pitch, a called strike, and Mateo is ahead. No balls and 1 strike. Sampson swinging on the second pitch here, high fly ball towards deep left field. The left fielder Harris will have to play it off the top of the monster, throw into second, not in time, as Sampson is in with a stand-up double. That one was about 2 feet to the left from being his first home run.
The arch nemesis strikes again here at York. That ball was definitely a home run in most parks.
That ball was undoubtedly a home run back home for Sampson.
Absolutely.
And if he literally hits it 2 feet to the right, it's a home run right here in York. But instead, he's in scoring position as a beautiful combo on its way to the plate, LJ Hose and Michael Snyder. Hose squares to bunt. He pushes it back to Mateo. He'll field, flip to third. Sampson gets stuck in the rundown, being chased by the third baseman, who flips to Ryan Dent, and he is tagged for the first out in the inning. I'm not sure what to think about that. I think Sampson, if he just slides, is at third safely.
I don't know. 2 things I don't like about that. That's your 3-hitter. I don't like the idea of putting your 3-hitter in a position to give himself up. Not to mention that he's one of our better hitters right now in LJ Hose, and I would like to see him trying to swing away. I don't know if that was brought on by the manager, James Frisbee, or if that was just LJ Hose audibling up at the line.
I think that was LJ Hose because the third baseman was very far back, and Hose was actually practicing the bunts earlier as Snyder swings late on a fastball, no balls and 1 strike. Hose was practicing the bunts earlier. I noticed it pregame. He was trying to pull him down the line. I actually disagree with you. I think that was a good play. It wasn't a sacrifice. It was a bunt for hip that could have turned into a sacrifice, and I still stand to my guns. I think Sampson is safe at third if he just doesn't pull up.
Of course, you also have to say that the bunt wasn't executed very well, as it was hit almost directly back to Mateo, who's obviously a big kid. He's an athlete. He's able to play his position cleanly and make that play over at third.
Definitely not where he wanted it. He wanted it more down the third baseline, but regardless, man on first, 1 out and a 1-1 count to Snyder as Mateo kicks and delivers. This one swung on and fouled off to the left side. This is not the 3-4 combo that Blue Crabs fans have gotten used to, what's known as the Bash Brothers. Zach Wilson and Michael Snyder. Wilson out for the year with the injury, but Hose and Snyder just as formidable an opponent for the pitching staffs of the other 7 teams in the league. Mateo winds for the 1-2. That one goes low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And if Hose and Snyder don't get you, then hopefully Devin Rodriguez does behind them. Currently hitting in the 5 hole, so.
Yeah, I'll take Devin Rodriguez as a number 5 hitter against pretty much any other number 5 hitter in the league. Rodriguez hitting up in the 360 range, right towards the top of the league, if eligible, but dropped towards third. Frisbee tries to make the play in the box, as that one will go foul.
Play by James Frisbee. Went with the bare hand play, did Frisbee. It's a bold move.
So we'll set for the 2-2 once more. Blue Crabs making Mateo work again in the inning. He's up to 41 pitches as he comes set and delivers to Snyder. Curveball swung on and missed. Snyder down on strikes. That's the first strikeout of the game for Mateo. And out number 2 here in the inning.
Mateo hasn't had a lot of control over that breaking pitch, but I think that one is one he finally pulled the string on.
That was one of the better breaking pitches we've seen from Mateo. He got Snyder to swing right over the top of it. But if the Blue Crabs can limit their strikeouts, I'm okay with 1 every 3 innings at the rate we're going after putting up a little over 1 an inning last night, 11-10. Mateo goes to the changeup. First pitch to Devin Rodriguez. That one goes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Rodriguez was robbed of a hit by Alonzo Harris in the first. And the Revolution have learned something from it as they shift Rodriguez to pull. That one misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. And the Revolution already have action out in their bullpen as we're in the 3rd inning and Michael Click has begun warming up. Rodriguez in a hitter's count. 2 balls and no strikes. Hose with a decent lead off of first as Mateo delivers. This one shot towards first. That kicks off the glove of Telvin Nash. The second baseman tries to make the play. That hits Nash in the glove and gets away. Hose takes advantage as he'll scamper to third. A weird play there, but the Blue Crabs have runners on the corners. We'll see the official scoring on that one. So we've got the official scoring is going to be a hit for Rodriguez, and then Hose advances to third on an E4. So they give Rodriguez the credit for the hit, but Hose was going to stop at second before being able to advance on the errant throw, and that will bring out Paul Fletcher to have a talk with Mateo, potentially just buy some more time for that reliever.
I was going to say before Devin was done at bat, they were giving the lefty both the lines, and he took that ball down the right field line just to the to the first baseman side, and he just it worked out. He didn't quite pull it down the line, but he hit it where they were giving him. So that was a good piece of hitting by Rodriguez.
I'll give credit to Telvin Nash, though, and also to Ruby Silva for that matter. Nash got off the base very quickly as he was holding Hose at first, laid out, almost made the play. Silva was heads up to get over there. He had to throw fully across his body, and Nash had to get right back up, get to the base to try to make the play. It kicked off of his glove.
He almost made it.
So the error goes to Silva, but it's almost one of those errors you feel bad for as he tried to make an extraordinary play. As Vaughn swings on the first pitch. Behind that one, no balls and 1 strike. But he does have to be given the error because they gave Rodriguez the hit. They said it was an extraordinary effort for Silva to get there. But when the ball gets away like that and you allow Hose to go an extra 90 feet, it's definitely got to go down as the error, but it happens, I guess. As change up in the dirt here. Great stop from Tejeda. Holds the runners. Count goes to 1-1.
It's worth mentioning that the Revs outfield is giving the right center field gap to Vaughn, who did go to the opposite field with his first hit, that first double in the first inning. So if he could put one just past the second baseman out there, he'd have another RBI.
As he takes low again, 2 balls and 1 strike. Vaughn picked up the RBI on a double off the end of his bat that snuck in the gap between first baseman and right fielder and spun towards the wall. He'd take that again right here if he could get it. As the 2-1 goes low, Vaughn to 3 balls and 1 strike. Corey Vaughn one of the best eyes on the Blue Crabs team at the plate. As this season, he has 64 walks. That's tops on the team, 12 ahead of Michael Snyder. 3-1 to Vaughn. That one's rolled towards short. Dent is there. He'll fire onto Silva at the base, as that will retire the side. Blue Crabs unable to capitalize on the runner on third. They put up no runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and they leave 2 men on base. So we head to the bottom of the third. Daryl Thompson will face the 9-1-2 when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Don't forget, kids, every Sunday is Kids Day at the ballpark. Bring the whole family out to the ballpark and enjoy a pregame autograph session with the Blue Crabs players. Free admission to Pitch's Playground, and post-game, kids run the bases. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
TN Bose Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to present Fans for Our Fans at Regency Furniture Stadium this 2017 season. When the temperature at game time is expected to be a scorcher, TN Bose will do what they do best, keep you always the right temperature, by providing hand fans to the first 200 guests entering the stadium that day. Learn more about their technologically advanced AeroSeal duct sealing procedure online at tnbose.com. TN Bose, for all of your air conditioning and heating needs.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs want to congratulate Casey Benjamin on being named as the second baseman on the Blue Crabs 10-year team. Benjamin was signed out of Tennessee Technological Institute by the Texas Rangers organization, where he made his professional baseball debut. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2010, where he hit .304 with 20 home runs in 112 games. Benjamin played in 327 career games with the Blue Crabs, hitting 54 home runs and driving in 209 runs over his 3 seasons with the team.
Hey, this is Kaleka Kaho'ahalahala, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Daryl Thompson back to the mound for his 3rd inning of work. As the 9-1-2 come up for the Revolution, Chase Simpson leads it off as Thompson delivers a first pitch fastball right down the middle, and he's ahead, no balls and 1 strike. Thompson's looked good to this point. He's given up a hit in each frame, but stranded the runner each time. The right-hander out of the windup, kicks and delivers. Fastball high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Thompson in his 6th season with the Blue Crabs, his 15th season of professional baseball. Right-hander shakes off Luis Allen and now winds for the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball, swung on and missed, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thompson, a local product of Maryland. The 31-year-old was a 8th-round draft pick of the Montreal Expos back in 2003 out of La Plata High School. He didn't spend much time in the Expos organization, as in 2006 he moved to the Cincinnati Reds organization. As he winds and delivers a shot towards right center field. That's going to get down in the gap. Vaughn will cut it off again as Simpson rounds first and will throw on the brakes a lead-off single here in the inning.
That's maybe one of the worst leadoff singles that they could allow, because not only is that a 200 hitter in Simpson getting that leadoff hit at the bottom of the order, but then it comes back to the top of the order with the ever-dangerous Alonzo Harris.
Alonzo Harris does come to the plate. We mentioned Thompson traded to the Reds in 2006. He worked his way up through the Cincinnati organization, reaching the major leagues for 3 appearances in 2008. Then spent some time in the Reds minor league system, a couple of injuries, reached the major leagues again in 2011, but just for 1 game, as Harris jumps on the first pitch, but way out in front. And foul, no balls and 1 strike. Thompson finished his time with the Reds in that 2011 season. Spent 1 season in Rochester, AAA for the Minnesota Twins, and then 2013 in Las Vegas with the 51s, AAA of the New York Mets. The last time he appeared in affiliated ball were those 4 appearances with the Las Vegas 51s. As he sets and delivers high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Thompson then joined Southern Maryland in 2013, a great year for him, 10-5 with a 3.18 ERA and 22 appearances. He spent the last couple of seasons with the Blue Crabs, as well as bouncing across the Mexican League and Venezuelan Winter League, as Harris fouls this one off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thompson has pitched in Venezuela for multiple teams. He's pitched in Mexico for 2 different teams. He spent the last 3 off seasons, though, with Caribes of the Venezuelan Winter League. 1 ball and 2 strikes as he kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on and missed as he blows that one by. Harris 91 miles an hour on the gun, and Thompson has his first strikeout.
Threw that so far past and baffled the hitter Harris that Harris lost all handle of the bat, dropped it right at home plate.
That'll bring up Jared Mitchell, the right fielder, batting from the left side, heads to the plate. He's part of back-to-back lefties here as he swings and misses on the first pitch and is behind. No balls and 1 strike. Mitchell, Ruby Silva, both left-handed. Michael Burgess, who bats 5th, is also left-handed. Telvin Nash, the right-hander in the middle, breaks that up. Chase Simpson, a switch hitter, bats from the left side as well. 0-1, Thompson goes with a breaking ball. That one misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. A nice even mix across the board for the Revolution, something the Blue Crabs have lacked at times this year. A lot of the time, Devin Rodriguez is the only lefty in the lineup, and Lozada, a switch hitter, bats from the left side the majority of the time as well. Thompson sets at the chest for the 1-1 and delivers. This one's chopped towards first. That's going to get foul, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Mitchell is a prototypical top-of-the-order hitter. Not only does he hit for very high average, 295 average this season, but he's pretty successful stealing bases, 24 of 30. So if he gets on, not only does he have a good eye to get on and make good contact, but you have to be careful of his speed and his base running.
Him and Alonzo Harris make a very potent 1-2 in this lineup with home runs and stolen bases as Thompson sets for the 1-2 and delivers fastball just off the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2 of those guys, Harris and Mitchell, have combined for 37 home runs on the season, 135 RBIs, and 55 stolen bases. That's pretty much exactly what you want from your 1-2, especially in front of guys like Michael Burgess, Ruby Silva, Telvin Nash, although Silva relatively new to the team. As Mitchell goes the other way here, a fly ball towards left center. Vaughn on the run. He finds it on the track and makes the catch for out number 2. Mitchell gave that one a ride, but Vaughn tracks it down, and now Thompson's got 2 down in the inning.
Regardless of his double-digit power, that's probably not where a hitter like Mitchell wants to put that ball with a runner on and less than 2 outs. He's probably better off gapping that ball, line drives, on the ground, using his speed, trying to make something happen. Probably don't want to hit that as far as you can to one of the deepest parts of the plate.
So 2 down, and that brings up Ruby Silva. But back to your point, the wind is completely dead tonight. If the wind's blowing out that way, that might be a completely different story. But the flag is laying still as Silva jumps on one, a line drive up the middle. That's going to get down in front of Vaughn. A 2-out single once again from Silva. My goodness, Ruby Silva looks fantastic at the plate. That's his 5th hit in 7 appearances. And now just a game and a half.
Ruby Silva is the scariest hitter that you've never heard of. I mean, I've never seen this guy before. This recent stat, with being with the Revolution here just in this last few weeks of the season, and every at-bat he has put together in this last 2 games has been a professional at-bat with usually professional results.
So runners on first and second, 2 down, and the crowd chanting Telvin as Telvin Nash heads to the plate. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to Rodriguez to end the first. Thompson delivers here. Nash with a high fly ball towards deep left field. LJ Hose going back at the track. He'll watch that one sail up and out of here. A 3-run home run for Telvin Nash. And the York Revolution take the lead here in the bottom of the third.
What more can you say about Telvin Nash? He does what he does best, hits bombs.
Fire the cannons once more as Nash, with his second home run in as many games, puts the Revs on top 3-2. There's really nothing else you can say about Telvin Nash. I mean, this is his 50th game, and that's his 18th home run.
I'm pretty sure those home runs tonight and last night were within about 15 feet of each other in the left center field gap.
What really gets me about Nash is the lack of translation that has to the affiliated level. It doesn't make any sense as Thompson back to work, delivers a fastball high to Michael Burgess, 1 ball and no strikes, to come down here and hit nearly 300 and a home run every couple of games. And then to look at his affiliated numbers this year with the White Sox when he hit 205, where is the disconnect? As Thompson goes up, 2 balls and no strikes. You question if it's an intimidation factor because clearly he has the stuff to do it. Thompson's one of the best pitchers in this league, has time at the major league level. So you wonder if just putting on the affiliated uniform gets into the head of somebody like Nash. Thompson goes low here as he's struggling to recover from the home run. 3 straight balls now. Thompson, for the first time in a long time that I can remember, might look a little rattled on the mound.
Well, he's been taken out of his game here in the last several batters.
As he kicks and delivers, taking all the way is Burgess as that one catches the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. Thompson is back to the windup. He's much more comfortable there, but it's hard not to be rattled with the crowd and the cannon and everything that goes on during a home run like that. As Thompson amps up a fastball here and goes high out of the zone. And Burgess draws a walk, the first walk of the game issued by Thompson. Will put a man aboard. And that will bring out James Frisbee for a conference with his starter. So Thompson gave up the leadoff single to Chase Simpson, but it looked like he was going to get through the inning. Ruby Silva and Telvin Nash, as they always do, disagreed and have come through. A 2-out hit and then a 2-out home run.
And I'm guessing manager James Frisbee didn't go out there to ask Darryl how he feels about the Rams and Niners. I think he wants to know if what he's feeling right now, where his head is at. He's a leader, he's a veteran, but he needs to know how much this has affected his game tonight and how much he can get out of him tonight.
I think I disagree. With an hour left until kickoff of the Rams-Niners game, that might have been some last-minute fantasy advice.
He might have wanted to find out if he should stream the Rams defense. And as an expert, I think he probably should.
So back to baseball here as Frisbee back to the dugout. Thompson to the stretch with a man on and Isaiah Tejeda at the plate. That one fouled off of the catcher Allen and back out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Tejeda's 0 for 1 tonight. He was 1 for 3 with a run scored last night. As Thompson wipes the sweat off of his brow and continues to charge on in the inning. He's up to 45 pitches on the night. 0-1 breaking ball. That's the best off-speed pitch I've seen from Darryl Thompson tonight as Tejeda was way off balance. He hasn't had great command. He's been featuring the fastball, but that was a perfect time to pull the string there.
Up until this inning, I stand by the fact that he was getting very weak contact, very, not the barrel of the bat. This inning has really broken that trend.
Thompson goes right back to that curveball as Tejeda out in front of it. It was foul.
Still can't take Tejeda lightly as a very good hitting catcher in this league, especially with a runner on, that being Burgess at first.
The good news is here, if Tejeda, who is hitting up near the 300 mark, finds a gap, plenty of arm in the Blue Crabs outfield and not much speed in Burgess at first.
Absolutely.
Thompson ready for the 0-2 once more. Kicks and delivers. Fastball. That comes inside. A check swing, but that one catches Tejeda. as not what Daryl Thompson wanted to do at all. An 0-2 pitch. Catches Tejeda. Luis Allen is asking for an appeal down to first, as he thought Tejeda might have swung, but he's not going to get the appeal. Granted by Tehran behind the plate, and the catcher will walk down to first.
That swing or non-swing was so pronounced that it's tough to tell if that hit by pitch got Tejeda in the arm, the elbow, or even the chest. That's how much he had turned around with his upper body. So it's reasonable to ask if that may have been a swing. Beg your pardon.
That'll bring out the trainer and the manager for a look at Tejeda as he walked right by the first base bag and down the line, trying to stretch it out. Not what you want to see from an all-star catcher like Tejeda. The Revolution do have another catcher on their playoff roster, Luis Cruz, the other active catcher. They have Jay Karp, who's inactive currently, but still could be activated with injury. That's the only way the rosters can change at this point.
You neglected to mention that their emergency catcher, Jay Karp, is a former Utica Unicorn, so that definitely gives them an advantage.
I don't even know what you just said.
You know, the Utica Unicorns of the United Shores Professional Baseball League.
2 on, 2 outs, and Travis Witherspoon to the plate. Witherspoon with a single in his first at-bat. Takes a curveball on the inside here. No balls and 1 strike. Witherspoon shot a line drive towards shallow right. Cone came charging on. It kicked off of his glove on a hop and skipped away. Witherspoon circled to third. A single and an E9. Thompson goes right back to the breaking ball as he's begun to feel it here towards the end of the third inning. That one misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowd getting into it here in York, trying to get their hometown team a couple of extra runs here, as a man in scoring position is Burgess. As Thompson winds for the 1-1. That one swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A change up there as Thompson refuses to go after Witherspoon with a fastball. He's gone to back-to-back curveballs and then a changeup.
Like you said before, some of his breaking stuff he hasn't had the best control of, so he's going to go with what he knows he's got right now.
Thompson sets for the 1-2 and delivers. That one's popped straight back over the press box, and the count will hold. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not the inning Thompson was looking for, as he's up over the 50 pitch mark. He sits at 52. A long look in at the catcher, Allen, now sets and delivers. Breaking ball. That one popped up towards shallow right. The second baseman, Sampson, is going back, struggling a little bit, but he'll get underneath that and make the play to finally end the inning. The Revolution send 8 batters to the plate in the frame as they put up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 2 men on base, and Mateo is back to the mound working with a lead. When we come back, Edwin Garcia, Luis Allen, and Zach Cohn will look to fight back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands at prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less. That's Wise.
Hey Blue Crabs fans, this is Justin DeFreitas. For all my grocery and deli needs, I head over to Nick's of Clinton. Nick's of Clinton aims to offer a unique shopping alternative to the larger grocery stores while providing a family-oriented experience for all their customers. Nick's of Clinton, the official hot dog and sausage sponsor of Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Eric Crozier on being voted by fans as the starting first baseman on the Blue Crabs 10-year team. Crozier was originally drafted in the 41st round of the 2000 MLB Amateur Draft by the Cleveland Indians and made his MLB debut in 2004 with the Toronto Blue Jays. While in the major leagues with the Blue Jays, he collected 2 home runs in 14 games in his 2004 debut season. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2008, hitting .265 with 13 home runs and 10 stolen bases that season. He appeared in 279 career games for the Blue Crabs, collecting 44 home runs and 149 RBIs in 3 seasons. Edwin Garcia to the plate here to lead off the 4th inning as Victor Mateo back to the mound. A very long bottom of the 3rd for the Blue Crabs. They gave up the lead on a 3-run home run to Telvin Nash. 29 pitches for Darrell Thompson in that frame.
Makes you wonder if Mateo perhaps might have been sitting a while there. Hopefully you catch him out of a rhythm. You're not quite seeing it yet with his 1-2 count to Garcia, but you hope to see perhaps a little bit of a, overthrowing some of those breaking pitches he was to the left-handed batter's box, and see if we can catch him guessing again.
The 1-2 on its way. This one's chopped towards short. Dent will field on a couple of hops and fire across to first for the first out in the inning. That'll bring up Luis Allen. Allen 0 for 1, a fly out in his first at-bat.
So Allen up now, and as the pretty much the everyday catcher for the Blue Crabs, he is asked more to take care of the pitching staff, but as we said last night, you can't sleep on his bat. He's got nice power from the right side. 5 home runs on the season. Split between here and York and the Blue Crabs as he takes that first pitch ball from Mateo on the outside corner.
All 5 of his home runs have been as a member of Southern Maryland. He didn't get much playing time with York, with Tejeda leading the way.
It's a pretty formidable 1-2 catching combo with Tejeda, an all-star, and Allen, a very nice catcher in his own right.
Allen with a pop-up here that will get out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike to count on him. He's hitting .243 on the season combined. The home runs you mentioned, he has 30 RBIs with the Blue Crabs.
Mateo comes set and delivers.
That one misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike as here's what you were talking about. The command issues a little bit as Mateo did have to sit for a while. He comes set, though, working out of the stretch, even though the bases are empty, and delivers a fastball up and away, and a 5-pitch walk to Luis Allen will put a man aboard for Zach Cohn, the number 9 hitter.
Allen hasn't had a very hot bat recently, so that walk is probably one of the best things he can do to help this lineup right now, is get on base ahead of some of these other hitters and try to get something started here with 1 out.
Brings up Zach Cohn. Cohn struggling as well as of late. He was 0 for 3 yesterday, 0 for 1 on the line today as Mateo delivers a fastball outside. 1 ball and no strikes as Blue Crabs might just want to start taking a couple of pitches, make Mateo get stuff across, as he has struggled with that at times. Cohn with a fly ball the other way towards right field. Mitchell with a long run in is going to get underneath it and make the catch for out number 2.
When Cohn's not swinging the bat all that well, that's where his bat takes the ball. To that opposite field with a pop-up, he'll get under things. And unfortunately, there was another one off of his bat here at the bottom of the lineup. But we'll see if that, hopefully he gets that out of his system. He'll at least have another couple at bats tonight.
So that'll bring up the top of the lineup for the 3rd go-round as Jose Lozada digs in. Lozada 1 for 2, the leadoff home run to start the game, and then a ground ball out as he laces one here down the right field line, but that's going to hook foul. No balls and 1 strike. Allen was off towards second, trying to circle the bases, but will now have to retreat.
That left-handed bat of Lozada there as the switch hitter. We saw that first home run of the game, pulled that right over the right field fence. That ball just a little bit ahead of it. Would have pulled it for a double down the right field line.
Allen not much speed at first as Burgess playing in front of him. Ground ball down the first baseline. That's fielded by Burgess. It's going to be ruled foul from the home place umpire, or the first base umpire, Derek Moshe.
Nash does not agree, and neither does this crowd.
Nash does not agree, but I do. He tried to fool the umpire Moshe, who wasn't having any of it. What Nash just did, he got right in the line of sight for Moshe, and he was standing in fair territory and casually moved his glove across his body to field on the right side of the fair foul line, which is foul territory on the first base side. So he was standing in fair territory, but it's where the ball is, not where the player is. So that's a fantastic call from Moshe, not falling for the quick hands and the honestly heads-up play from Nash. I give him credit for thinking of it as he tried to earn an inning ender there, but a great call from the first base umpire. He didn't even have to ask for help from the home plate umpire, who I actually saw Tehran shaking his head and telling the catcher, Tejeda, that he agreed. 1-2 pitch on its way. Lozada fights it off the other way and out of play, and the count will hold. So a veteran move all around there. Veteran move from Nash, trying to get out of the inning prematurely, and veteran umpiring from Moshe kept track of the ball and was able to get himself in a decent position to make the call. Mateo now sets for the 1-2 pitch and delivers. Lozada with a chopper down the line here. No chance to try to pull anything on that one, as that will go foul, and the crowd will razz first base coach Joe Walsh a little bit as that one gets through his hands and slips away. 1 ball and 2 strikes remains the count. Nash not holding Allen at first, as the catcher doesn't have great speed. But we have seen Allen on the move a couple of times this year. He's 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts. I think that now would actually be one of the better times that I can think of for that. As the 1-2 shot towards second, the second baseman Silva will field and fire on to first. He gets Lozada by a step, as that will retire the side. Mateo works around the walk. He allows no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the lineup coming up 8-9-1 when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey kids, this is Gary Brown, center fielder for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. If you are under 12 years old, make sure to check out our Chick-fil-A Back Fin Buddies program. For just $15, kids will receive free admission to all 7 Friday home games this season, as well as a commemorative Back Fin Buddies lunchbox and baseball. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Did you know that the storm drains in Charles County lead to the Potomac River, Patuxent River, and the Chesapeake Bay? Those storm drains are not trash cans, and the water inside does not get filtered. The litter you throw on the street can end up in the same water you drink, fish, and play in. Start now and help keep Charles County beautiful by placing your trash in its proper place. To find out how you can help, visit www.charlescountymd.gov/litterbug.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs want to congratulate Pat Osborne on being named the starting third baseman on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Osborne was originally drafted in the 2nd round of the 2002 MLB Amateur Draft by the Cleveland Indians. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2008, where he hit .326 with 17 home runs and 106 RBIs in his debut season. In 5 years with the Blue Crabs, Osborne finished with a .297 batting average while hitting 39 home runs and collecting 225 RBIs in 386 career games with the team.
Garcia, and you listen to Blue Crab Baseball Network.
Back inside People's Bank Park as Daryl Thompson back to the hill. A tough third inning for him. He'll look to bounce back here in the fourth as first pitch check swing from Dent, but a called strike anyway. No balls and one strike. Thompson took 29 pitches to get through the third. He gave up 3 hits, including a 3-run home run as Dent with a line drive towards right field, but Cone is easily there for out number 1. As I was saying, he gave up 3 hits, a 3-run home run to Telvin Nash, then walked a batter, hit a batter in the inning as he struggled a bit there, but he bounced back quickly with that in this inning. Thompson is in the Blue Crabs record books many places, and honestly in the Atlantic League record books as well. Thompson is the Blue Crabs leader in all-time in innings pitched, 709, and 2/3 innings pitched for him in his career, as he winds for the first pitch to Chase Simpson and delivers. That one fouled off the other way. No balls and 1 strikes. Thompson also ranks second all-time in strikeouts, trailing Gabby Hernandez, who we saw last night, and is tied for the all-time lead in wins with 40. And he's moved into the top 10 in Atlantic League history in both strikeouts and innings pitched this season. As he winds for the 0-1, Simpson fouls that one back. No balls and 2 strikes.
This year, Daryl's been pretty consistent. He's given up 3 earned runs or less in 19 of his 25 starts for the Blue Crabs. And in doing so, he's picked up 17 quality starts. And so obviously, he's still on pace for a quality start tonight. And we'd like to see him settle back in after that shaky third inning.
As Thompson winds for the 0-2, a breaking ball. That one stays a bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And as far as Thompson currently in the Atlantic League, he ranks in the top 5 in the Atlantic League in strikeouts with 135, innings pitched 158 1/3, and 5th in league in ERA with his 3.86 ERA.
He winds for the 1-2, a high flying ball, well foul down the right field line. 1-2. Simpson won the battle against Thompson to lead off the bottom of the third, as he came through with a leadoff hit. That was one of the keys that we mentioned earlier. Thompson picked up 2 outs behind that, but a 2-out hit and a 2-out home run changed that inning, as a changeup misses outside here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Thompson stuck to the game plan for the first 2 innings. He kept the leadoff man off base, but in the third, what we said proved right. The Revs get the leadoff man aboard, and they score him, as they've done now 3 for 3 in the series on that. They did it in the first and second last night and put up a run and 2 runs in that one, as Thompson goes to the breaking ball here. Swung on and missed as Allen digs it out of the dirt and tags Simpson in the box. Second strikeout for Daryl Thompson, and 2 up, 2 down to start the bottom of the 4th inning.
That was a devastating breaking pitch from Thompson. That was well in front of the plate, and Simpson just couldn't hold up.
After going through about 2 2/3 innings without really throwing many breaking balls, it started with Tejeda last inning. Thompson started to feature that curveball changeup combination and mix the fastball in a little less, and it's been successful. Sands the hit by pitch as he goes to a first pitch breaking ball here to Alonzo Harris, and that one misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Thompson winds for the 1-0 and delivers a high drive from Harris. A flip of the bat, as no doubt about this one, a solo home run for Alonzo Harris, as the Revolution take another run to their lead. 4-2 the score here in the bottom of the 4th.
I'm pretty sure they could have built that arch nemesis wall twice as high, and I think he cleared it.
There was no doubt from anyone in the stadium. Alonzo Harris knew off the bat. He flipped that, and Sammy Sosa crow hopped down the line. You deserve it with a home run like that, as that cleared the wall and out onto the street back behind the visiting clubhouse there. So 4-2 the score here, as Thompson has no time to relax. Jared Mitchell heads to the box now. Mitchell's 0 for 2, so Thompson's had his number to this point. as he pulls the string on a changeup. Mitchell out in front of that one. No balls and 1 strike.
As the inning began, I would have said hopefully the Blue Crabs offense gave Darrell some time to relax and get himself back into the swing of things as he sat on the bench in the last half inning.
This one's shot down the third baseline. Lozada tries to make a diving play, but unable to do so as a 2-out hit from Mitchell will keep the inning alive.
I will say that's a good effort by Lozada to keep that ball in front of him, because if that ball had just gotten past his glove, it would have been a surefire double.
So Mitchell picks up the hit. His first off of Thompson tonight, but the last time Thompson threw in the regular season, it was here in York, and Mitchell homered in the first inning of that game. He was 1 for 2 off of Thompson in that matchup. So he does have some career numbers against Thompson that are promising. But more importantly, he keeps the inning alive for the hottest bat in the Revs lineup. I know what you're thinking, it's Telvin Nash, but no, it's Ruby Silva as he digs in. And a check on first. Mitchell back in safely. We saw Mitchell get picked off once last night, so a good thought. But Silva is 5 for 7 in the series, 2 for 2 tonight, a pair of singles and a run scored.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, the hottest bat. He's only hitting .714, so he has some room for improvement.
Thompson now set for the first pitch. This one up the middle. Thompson with an awkward play, but he makes the stab, picks it, and fires to first. That will end the inning. So Thompson gets out of the inning, but the Revs add another on the solo home run from Alonzo Harris. His 24th of the season, as they put up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Blue Crabs got to fight back. Right part of the lineup, though, 2, 3, 4, due up to lead off the 5th when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Blue Crabs fans, what's more American than baseball and a barbecue cookout? Quite frankly, the two go together like stars and stripes, rockets and red glare, and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. So when you come to Regency Furniture Stadium's all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion, you get both at a great price. The best part is that groups from 20 to 400 plus can enjoy the picnic pavilion, and when you include this home run of a deal with the kids park, paddle boats, and on-field fun, you have a grand slam of an opportunity. Call today at 301-638-9788 to speak with a sales executive or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
This is Rick Meehan, Mayor of Ocean City, Maryland. For everyone who's put off planning a vacation this summer, I've got good news for you. Ocean City, Maryland is a procrastinator's paradise. We've got 10 miles of free beach, an amazing 3-mile boardwalk, golf, fishing, shopping, dining, and free events 7 nights a week, including fireworks, boardwalk light shows, dance parties, and movies right on the beach. It's not too late. Book a visit today at ococean.com. That's ococean.com.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Travis Garcia on being named the starting shortstop on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Garcia was originally drafted by the New York Mets in the 21st round of the 2003 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2008, their debut season, and in 2009 he hit .353 with 16 home runs and 63 RBIs. Back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network, Brandon Melenda alongside my partner for the night, Tim Lillis. Blue Crabs trail 4-2 here heading to the 5th. As the 2-3-4 hitters in the lineup come up, they're looking to fight back against Victor Mateo. Mateo's first pitch in the inning missed low to Nate Sampson, 1 ball and no strikes. As Mateo kicks and delivers this one a hard hit grounder, but right at the shortstop Ryan Dent, who scoops it up and fires across to first for out number 1.
Well, that's not the way that the Blue Crabs wanted to get the inning started, again with the advantage really going to whoever can get leadoff hitters on the most.
Sampson had led off the 3rd inning with a double when L.J. Hose, the man coming up now, tried to sneak a bunt down the 3rd baseline. It backfired as Sampson was caught trying to advance to 3rd. Hose digs into the box now. He's 0 for 1. The fielder's choice, a walk and a run scored as he takes first pitch, called strike. A little more on Victor Mateo. The 28-year-old out of the Dominican Republic was signed as an international free agent by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays at the time, back in 2007. Spent a couple of years in the rookie league as Hose with a line drive towards center here. A sinking liner as Witherspoon will have to watch that one drop in front of him. And Hose is aboard with a one-out hit. Mateo spent a couple of years in the Rays organization, 2007 to 2014. He reached as high as Double-A with Montgomery in 2014. 2015, he signed with the Atlanta Braves organization, pitching in Double-A and Triple-A with Mississippi and Gwinnett. Did the same in 2016, but struggled in that 2016 year. 22 appearances across Double and Triple-A. Went 1-3 with a 671 and was released. Signed with York to start the year as Snyder with a tailor-made double play ball, 6-4-3. And quickly that will retire the side as Mateo gets through this inning. Very low pitch count and in order. No runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left on base. And Thompson, with almost no rest, will have to head back to the mound to face Telvin Nash, leading off the bottom of the fifth when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Blue Crabs fans, the Blue Crabs are celebrating their 10th anniversary season in 2017, and they can't do it without you. Join the team all season long for special giveaways and ongoing 10-year tributes with group tickets starting at just $10. Regency Furniture Stadium's spacious and modern amenities include 16 luxury suites, an all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion with a great view overlooking left field, and the Legends Club, which can host your event of up to 160 people for a game. Call today at 301-638-9788 or visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
Blue Crabs fans, Bocelli Pizza, known for having the best pizza in town, is offering you 20% off on your order. That's right, 20% off. Just use code 779 to take advantage of this limited time offer. Bocelli offers pizzas, pastas, subs, wings, salads, and more. You can place your order for pickup or delivery online at VOCELLIPizza.com or call 301-705-5858, as well as visiting Bocelli Pizza at their Waldorf location, 11850 Park Waldorf Lane. Bocelli Pizza, delivering classic Italian quality.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs want to congratulate Brian Barton on being named a starting outfielder on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Barton was originally drafted by the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 38th round of the 2000 MLB Amateur Draft. Barton made his MLB debut in 2008 with the St. Louis Cardinals and also appeared in the majors in 2009 with the Atlanta Braves. Barton signed with Southern Maryland in 2011 when he hit .304 with 12 home runs and 17 stolen bases in his debut season with the team. Barton spent 4 years with the Blue Crabs, collecting 26 home runs, 146 RBIs, and 53 stolen bases while appearing in 257 games with the team.
Hey, this is Zach Wilson, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
4-2, York leads as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Darrell Thompson back to work as his first pitch to Telvin Nash misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Nash. He's 1 for 2. The difference in this game thus far.
It's a nice breaking pitch there by Darrell. Makes it 1-1 to Nash.
Thompson has been feeling that curveball as of late. Nash has the 3-run home run in this one. He's really the difference in the series, I said in the game tonight. But Thompson winds for the 1-1. That goes outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nash with the 2-run walk-off home run last night, the 3-run home run tonight. Thompson out of the windup, shakes off the call from Allen, now winds for the 2-1 pitch and goes low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Thompson up to now 70 pitches on the game. We mentioned Nash with now 18 home runs in 50 games as Thompson delivers a fastball high and a 5-pitch walk to Nash starts the inning. That comes after in 42 games in affiliated ball between high A and double A, he hit just 6 with a .205 average. So I mentioned it earlier, but you just wonder where the disconnect comes from Telvin Nash between that level and this level. There's not that big of a competition difference as a lot of these guys came out of double or triple A to the Atlantic League.
Perhaps the only difference would have been that the pitching at the AA level is a little bit better than that pitching at High A Winston-Salem, but they both compare to here.
Thompson now ready for the first pitch to Michael Burgess. He's 0 for 1 with a walk as Thompson misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. The only real difference I can think is velocity. At that AA level, a lot of prospects are there. Prospects with younger, more lively arms sitting in the mid to high 90s, as opposed to Thompson, who works the corners really well, features the off speed, but he only tops around 91, 92. As he goes to the changeup here, outside, 2 balls and no strikes, as Thompson is beginning to show signs of fatigue. Some action will likely begin in the Blue Crabs bullpen as the catcher, the bullpen catcher I should say for the night, Ryan Wiggins, has gotten up. And Thompson responds to that by blowing a fastball by Burgess, 2 balls and 1 strike.
I've definitely seen some activity down in the Blue Crabs bullpen, so it'll be interesting to see who manager James Frisbee gets up here, gets active.
Still nobody up and throwing as of yet, but some stirring as Thompson, with a long look in at Luis Allen, will now come set. He steps off the back of the rubber as Burgess calls time. It'll be right-hander Craig Stem to get up for the Blue Crabs. Thompson ready for the 2-1. That one goes inside. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Thompson collects himself after that last pitch before looking back in for the sign from Allen.
Thompson now winds and delivers elevated fastball. Burgess swings through that one. I think he might have swung at ball 4 there, as that was up in his eyes, but couldn't lay off. Stem, one of just 2 relievers that did not throw last night, as the Blue Crabs had to go deep in the bullpen to get through that one. An inning, or I guess 2/3 of an inning from Reed, but an inning pitched for 5 different relievers in that game. Thompson goes right back to that elevated fastball. Burgess swings through it once more, and the designated hitter is down on strikes. Just the 3rd strikeout for Thompson on the night, as he's now just a ground ball away from getting out of this inning. Thompson wants to get through 5. He's gotten through 5 in all but 1 start this year. That 1 start did come against York, though.
Yeah, that 1 start came early in the season against York here at Peoples Bank Park in a very memorable offensive showdown that the Blue Crabs ended up winning, I believe, somewhere in the neighborhood of 14-12, if I'm not mistaken. So we don't want to see anything like that besides perhaps the Blue Crabs win.
Thompson sets and delivers. First pitch catches the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. You're a little confused. The day before Thompson did that, the Blue Crabs ended up winning 12-9 in the shootout. The day Thompson threw, he threw 2 innings, gave up 9 runs, and the Blue Crabs lost 15-9.
Okay. I have been known to be confused.
Changeup here misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was an incredible offensive output in a couple of days, as you've got 21 runs in 1 day and 24 the next, as pitching just decided to take a quick 3-game break. Thompson ready for the 1-1. He goes to the breaking ball, and that misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike the count now. Thompson winds and delivers breaking ball. Catches the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's having to take more and more time is Darrell to collect himself on the mound here between pitches.
Starting to see him slow down as he sets at the chest for the 2-2 and delivers. A big cut, but fouled off the other way from Tejeda. You mentioned early in the game, first 2 innings, Thompson was flying through, but this is part of the signs of fatigue. It's a hot, muggy night here. The game started at 86 degrees, hasn't dropped much. It's at 82 right now. And Thompson is showing it on the mound as every pitch or so, he's taking off his hat, wiping some sweat, and laboring in between pitches. He hasn't lost much off the fastball as Tejeda fouls it off again, still sitting at 89 on that one.
Got to give credit to some of these Revs hitters. They're still making him work now, even into the 5th inning. They still are trying to fight off everything they can, which is definitely making Darryl work a lot harder than he wants to.
Both pitchers have had to work hard to this point in the game, and after bullpen days from both yesterday going extras, both offenses should try to thrive late in this one as Thompson flashes that curveball once more, but misses low and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, one would think that if Craig Stem's going to be coming in out of the pen here, the next man up, Blue Crabs are going to be looking to get at least an inning, if not more, out of Stem, especially with only a couple guys who didn't go last night.
Thompson comes set for the payoff pitch. Tejeda gets a piece of it and keeps the at-bat alive. Good news is the Blue Crabs had 2 days off coming into the playoff run. And honestly, at this point in the year, once you reach the postseason, it's all hands on deck anyway. So not much to worry about as bullpen arms go. With everybody only throwing 1 last night, they're all still available. Stem didn't throw. He's a long reliever at times, so he could go as many as 2. We've seen him as many as 4, actually, out of the bullpen, and 6 as a starter. 3-2 once more as Thompson delivers a fastball. Fly ball towards deep right. Cone going back. He's on the track at the wall. Will reach up and make the play with his back against the wall. Tejeda gives it a ride, but he goes down out number 2. And that's where the shallowness of this ballpark comes into play. 325 down the line, a fly ball becomes nearly a home run, and Frisbee will head to the mound. Thompson slams the ball into his glove. He's not willing to give it up as Frisbee has not signaled to the pin yet. Thompson actually just set his glove down on the mound. I don't think Frisbee was going to take the ball, but Thompson making sure he doesn't have to give it to him.
I think he was saying, if you're going to come try to take this ball, I'm going to take it off of my own hand. I'm going to put it on the ground, and neither of us are going to have this ball.
He played it off by tucking in his shirt, but Frisbee, content with whatever just happened, will quickly spin and head back to the dugout. Thompson will stay out there at 86 pitches. We saw 99 from Gabby Hernandez in 5 innings last night. So pitch count has been an issue for the Blue Crabs starters early in this series.
Whatever Darryl said to James must have been enough to let him stay out there.
2 down in the inning as Thompson immediately goes to the curveball on the first pitch to Witherspoon and gets him swinging. A balk was called, though, as Nash will head to second. They say Thompson didn't pause, so a free pass to second, and the pitch will not count. That's the second balk of the season called on Thompson. And now a runner in scoring position, 2 outs, and the count resets. No balls, no strikes. We'll see if Thompson goes right back to that curveball, though. Sampson, the second baseman, is holding Nash at second. Not great speed, but the Blue Crabs outfield is showing some respect to Witherspoon, who calls time and steps out.
Yeah, if there's any consolation in getting a runner magically put on second base there, it's that he's not one of the more fleet-footed runners for the Revs lineup.
Thompson sets now, definitively, and delivers a curveball that catches the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. He went right back to that first pitch curveball. We've seen that against Witherspoon a couple of times. As last at-bat, he didn't throw Witherspoon a fastball until the very last pitch that got him to pop up. The all-star pitcher sets now for the 0-1. Another sky-high pop-up here to shallow center. Sampson backtracking. Vaughn at the last second will call him off and make the catch. That was the center fielder's ball all the way, and Vaughn takes command and ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. Thompson's night may likely be done, but the Blue Crabs got to get him off the hook. Devin Rodriguez, Corey Vaughn, Edwin Garcia due up when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Be sure sure to join us at select Saturday home games throughout the season as the Blue Crabs light up the Southern Maryland night sky with post-game Saturday night firework extravaganzas. For more information on this event or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
The season's almost over, but that just means that it's time to book your next corporate, family, or holiday event in Regency Furniture Stadium's spacious and luxurious Legends Club. Catered group events for up to 160 people can easily and quickly be booked for almost any reason all off-season, including holiday parties. Call the group sales department today at 301-638-9788 for more info or to schedule your next event.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate John Ramostella on being named a starting outfielder on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Ramostella was originally drafted by the New York Yankees in the 35th round of the 2000 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in their debut 2008 season, where he hit .276 with 15 home runs, 67 RBIs, and 14 stolen bases. In 2 seasons with the Blue Crabs, Ramostella hit 37 career home runs, 125 RBIs, and stole 29 bases in 222 career games with the team.
Hey, this is Ryan Wiggins, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Victor Mateo back to work here in the top of the 6th. He's got a 2-run lead as Devin Rodriguez, Corey Vaughn, and Edwin Garcia due up in the inning. Rodriguez took first pitch fastball outside, so he's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes as Mateo goes to a changeup that stays outside as well, 2-0. Rodriguez 1 for 2. He singled in the 3rd. Put runners on the corners. But unfortunately, a fielder's choice ended that frame scoreless as Rodriguez chases one out of the zone here. 2 balls and 1 strike. Action up in the Revs bullpen. I believe it is still Michael Click. We saw him earlier, but he sat back down. I think he is back up, but don't hold me to that. Can't tell you for sure. I imagine the leash is very short for Mateo in this inning, though, as the right-hander sets and delivers outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. When you look at the numbers across the season for Mateo and speaking to people around here, after about 5 innings, there's a cliff for Mateo that he falls off. So I imagine if the people up here know that, then Mason down on the field knows that, as Rodriguez with a ground ball towards the second baseman, Silva. He's going to vacuum that up and fire to first to retire Rodriguez, the leadoff man in the inning.
I don't think you can hit a ground ball to a fielder any harder than Devin just hit that ball and hit it practically right at Silva. Just
Rodriguez actually fell off balance at the plate with how hard he swung on that one, but he's down for out number 1, and that'll bring up Corey Vaughn. Vaughn's 1 for 2 with an RBI double in the 1st inning. As big cut on a first pitch fastball, straight back into the netting, no balls and 1 strike. Vaughn's just 1 for 6 in the series. After an all-star first half campaign, he tampered off a bit towards the end of the second half. As Mateo kicks and delivers high fly ball towards deep left field. Harris has no choice but to play it off the wall. Vaughn around first on his way to second. The throw a little offline. Vaughn beats it anyway, and he's in with a stand-up double. His 2nd double of the game as Corey Vaughn is coming alive for the Blue Crabs offense right when they need him.
I don't want to beat a dead horse, but that's a home run in any park in the Atlantic League, except Peoples Bank Park with the arch nemesis. That thing hit at least, 20-plus feet off of that wall. Well struck ball by Corey Vaughn.
If you can see at the top left of the camera, you can see the top of the wall. There's a white circle on top of the WellSpan Health sign. It hit right off of that as Mason heads to the mound. He'll signal to the pin and take the ball from Mateo. The starter goes 5 1/3. He's in line for a win, but it's not going to be his game anymore as they'll turn to the bullpen. We'll get you the details on the reliever when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. The new pitcher for the Revolution is, in fact, Michael Click. He will inherit a runner in scoring position, 1 out, and Edwin Garcia coming to the plate. Garcia looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 2 tonight after 0 for 4 last night. Click, the right-hander, comes straight over the top on a fastball in the low 90s, 91 on the gun, called strike 0-1. Click making his 59th appearance. He's 3-1 with a 3 ERA for York. As the right-hander works out of the stretch, sets at his belt, gives a look at Vaughn, and delivers. That fastball clocked in at 97 and low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. It did look hard, but I'm not convinced the radar gun was fully accurate on that one. The right-hander comes straight over the top, though, on a straight down plane. He sets again, another look at second, and now delivers. Garcia goes the other way. Silva will make the play on the run and fire to first. Gets Garcia by a couple of steps, and now 2 down in the inning. Vaughn takes advantage and moves up to third.
Perhaps one of Edwin's best showings so far in this brief 2-game series, as a productive out moves the runner over, hopefully for a chance to be driven in here.
It's going to take a 2-out hit from Luis Allen, who heads to the box. He's looking for his first hit of the series as well, 0 for 5 with a walk. A wild pitch would do it too, though, and Click has 5 of those on the season. As the right-hander sets at the belt, a look at Vaughn, now delivers. That one misses low, an off-speed pitch, 1 ball and no strikes. Blue Crabs have seen Click 9 times on the year. He's yet to factor in a decision, but has a 3.24 ERA. He's given up 3 runs in 8 1/3, 6 strikeouts for the right-hander as well. He stands 6'3", 210 pounds out of Media, Pennsylvania. 1-0, a high pop fly towards the shortstop Dent. He comes in a little bit and will camp underneath that one to make the catch and end the inning. Blue Crabs unable to capitalize on the one-out double from Corey Vaughn. As they put up no runs on one hit, no errors. They leave one on base, their sixth runner left on base of the game. And we head to the bottom of the sixth. Craig Stem on his way in from the bullpen. He'll face the 8-9-1 when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Every Tuesday night is Silver Sluggers Night with the Blue Crabs, sponsored by the Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center. Membership to the Silver Sluggers starts at just $25, and all members will receive tickets to every Tuesday home game, including our 4th of July Red, White, and Blue Crabs celebration, as well as a special Silver Sluggers t-shirt. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that would bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Jeremy Owens on being named a starting outfielder on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Owens was originally drafted by the San Diego Padres in the 8th round of the 1998 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland for their debut season in 2008, and in 2009 he collected 28 home runs and 80 RBIs while stealing 15 bases. Owens spent 7 seasons playing for the Blue Crabs, compiling 105 home runs, 340 RBIs, and 98 stolen bases, while appearing in a Blue Crabs record 737 career games.
Hey, this is Austin, captain of your tie-dye crew, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
New pitcher for the Blue Crabs, right-hander Craig Stem comes on. So the day is done for Darryl Thompson. Stem will face the 8-9-1 in the Revolution lineup as his first pitch to Ryan Dent misses low and outside and heads to the backstop. Final line score for Thompson, 5 innings. Gives up 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walks 2 and strikes out 3. 88 pitches for Thompson before turning it over to Stem.
Greg Stem in 30 games this year with the Blue Crabs. He's 2-3 with a 5 ERA. It's includes some starts and some relieving, including a 7 innings, or I take it back, 5 innings this year against York, where he did not look all that good. But that was earlier in the year, and he has since been a little bit more reliable, coming out of the pen most exclusively.
Stem sets at the belt for the 2-1 and delivers. This one's chopped down the third baseline, out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stem has struggled against York. He has the highest ERA on the team against the Revolution at a 12.60, and 4 appearances out of the pen. He's thrown 5 innings, given up 10 hits, 9 runs, 7 of those earned. Let's get the count even to Dent, though. Chase Simpson, the number 9 hitter, waits on deck before he'll have to face Alonzo Harris. Stem works out of the stretch, sets at the belt, and delivers. Fastball at 93 miles an hour, misses outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Stem would be very wise to get out these first 2 batters, regardless of what Alonzo Harris can do, because they are the least of the worries in this Revs lineup, and he needs to just put them away and move on to tougher competition.
Cold strike 3 here on a breaking ball.
Beautiful break.
As he catches Dent looking for out number 1 in the inning. A beautiful breaking ball it was, and Stem picks up a strikeout of the first batter he faces. Joe Van Meter up and throwing in the Revolution bullpen as time is called. A ball from Van Meter as if on cue comes in.
Within eye shot from Joe Van Meter just as soon as we talked about it. As Chase Simpson, the third baseman, steps into the left-handed batter's box to face Stem with one out here.
Simpson, a switch hitter batting from the left side. He's done that all night, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Stem misses outside. First pitch, 1 ball, no strikes to Simpson. Simpson has struggled with the bat on the season, hitting just 200, but he has a knack for being clutch, as his home run is really the one where you go back and say that the Revs made the playoffs, a grand slam in their game on Saturday to clinch. Swinging here as he fouls this one off into the Revolution bullpen. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That just tells you all you have to know about this game of baseball. He's probably one of the most unlikely sources on this team to come up big in the clutch, just based on his other statistical offerings this year, but you just never know. Anybody can come up in a big spot in a big way. Stem delivers.
High pop fly towards shallow left. Garcia going back, Hose coming in, and the left fielder will make the call, make the catch. 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Alonzo Harris. Harris 1 for 3 with the solo home run.
If I had to give Craig Stem some advice, it would be to not allow him to hit another 400-foot home run. That is Alonzo Harris.
The shot from Harris, an absolute bomb that went up over the arch nemesis in left field.
That home run lowered the property values of a house here in York 2 blocks away from the stadium.
He takes the first pitch, a called strike, a fastball from Stem, and Stem gets ahead of the batter. No balls and 1 strike. Stem, another one of the Blue Crabs relievers that works solely out of the stretch. Kicks and delivers. Fastball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stem has struggled a little bit as of late. His ERA got down as low as 3.66 towards the beginning of this month against Sugarland on September 3rd. That was the lowest it had gotten. But he gave up 4 runs in a third of an inning against Somerset, 4 runs in an inning against Lancaster, a run in an inning and a third against York, and 2 runs in his spot start against New Britain, his last appearance of the regular season. And his ERA sits at 5 heading into play tonight. So Stem has given up runs in 4 straight. He'll look to change that tonight as he gets a fastball just off the plate away. 3-1. That actually turned out to be a breaking ball as it clocked in at 84 miles an hour.
Looks like Stem is nibbling a lot around the outside corner of the plate. We'll have to see if Harris bites on any of those.
Can't say I blame him as Alonzo Harris feasts on the inside pitches. Time is called very late as Stem goes ahead and finishes his delivery.
What looked like a nice pitch, no less.
It was a beautiful fastball in the inside corner, but Harris was granted a late call of time. Right-hander sets now, behind in the count 3-1, and steps off the back of the rubber as every pitch to Alonzo Harris very important. You don't want to miss and put somebody like Harris on base, who leads the Atlantic League in runs scored and is towards the top in stolen bases, but you also can't just lay one in there. As Stem gets across, 91-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Very good location there on the outside corner.
A perfect pitch. It didn't let Harris turn on anything, and he tried to actually walk down to first before being summoned back. Payoff pitch swung on and fouled out of play as Harris does what he does best, which is battle at the plate. He ran the count full in the first inning, but Thompson won that one on a pop-up, so hopefully Stem can do the same. Right-hander picked up 2 quick outs, but has been battling Harris. 7th pitch of the at-bat, a ground ball towards short. Garcia's there. He'll spin and fire to first and get Harris by a step to retire the side. So Craig Stem with a 1-2-3 inning holds it at a 4-2 score. 9-1-2 due up. Zach Cohn leads it off in the 7th when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
The resort community of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland is home to the Chesapeake Beach Water Park. Come join them for an afternoon of splash and fun in the sun with their 8 water slides, fountains, waterfalls, lazy river, kids activity pool, and more. Beat the heat with daily cabana rentals, swim lessons, birthday parties, Friday night slides under the stars, character days on certain Mondays, or even rent the whole park for a private party. The on-site Beachcomber Grill offers a full-service menu as well. For more information, details, special events calendar, park dates and hours, to purchase your tickets, season passes, or make reservations, visit their website at www.chesapeakebeachwaterpark.com. The season's almost over, but that just means that it's time to book your next corporate, family, or holiday event in Regency Furniture Stadium's spacious and luxurious Legends Club. Catered group events for up to 160 people can easily and quickly be booked for almost any reason all off-season, including holiday parties. Call the group sales department today at 301-638-9788 for more info or to schedule your next event.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Jim Ed Warden on being named the closer on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Warden was originally drafted by the Cleveland Indians in the 6th round of the 2001 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2009, where he picked up 13 saves with a 1.12 ERA in 17 appearances. Over 6 seasons with the team, Warden appeared in 284 games and collected a Blue Crabs record 134 saves.
Hey, this is James Frisbee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Another new pitcher for the Revolution here in the 7th, as right-hander Joe Van Meter is on to face the 9-1-2 in the Blue Crabs lineup. Van Meter goes with a breaking ball on the first pitch. Check swing, but Cohn gets a piece of it and fouls it off. No balls and 1 strike, so line now officially closed for Mateo. We couldn't say that last inning, as he had a runner on second when he turned it over to Michael Click. Mateo goes 5 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walks 2, strikes out 1. Click comes on and goes 2/3 and gives up nothing on his line, stranding the inherited runner as well as Van Meter misses outside. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Carson up and throwing in the Blue Crabs bullpen as that one's popped into shallow right field. Mitchell on the run, slides and makes the catch for the first out here in the inning. You've got to say, both sides know the importance of every base runner. The defense is on display for both teams. We've seen a diving catch from Alonzo Harris, a sliding catch from Jared Mitchell, a diving stop for the Blue Crabs from Nate Sampson, a leaping grab from Edwin Garcia, as these two teams just trade spectacular play after spectacular play, and Mitchell saves the leadoff runner.
If I'm Zach Cohn, that's pretty demoralizing. He's in a bit of a tight spot here as the last part of the season has transpired, and that would have been a great way to get things going.
So the top of the lineup comes up now as Jose Lozada takes a changeup on the outside corner for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Van Meter making his 57th appearance of the season for York. 55 during the regular season. He was 4-2 with a 257 as he elevates a fastball out of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. We saw Van Meter last night. He worked a scoreless 7th inning, a 1-2-3 inning, picked up a strikeout looking and a strikeout swinging. Devin Rodriguez, Corey Vaughn, and Edwin Garcia down in order. He goes back to the changeup here as that one goes high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Van Meter has been one of the best relievers for York on the season. Second lowest ERA at the 2.57.
Hope it's not too late to mention that the last home run that Joe Van Meter gave up for the Revs was 8 days ago against the Blue Crabs and Zach Cohn, actually.
2-1 misses low, and Lozada in a hitter's count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Blue Crabs have seen Van Meter a couple of times this season, 6 to be exact.
1-0 with a 2.57 ERA. In 7 innings, he's given up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and 6 strikeouts. So again, his numbers have translated really well all season long, but especially here against the Blue Crabs.
He gets a called strike on Lozada as the third baseman runs the count full. Second time Lozada's gotten to a full count this game. The last time he hit a solo home run. That would be a good thing right here, as to make sure Tejeda and Van Meter are on the same page. He calls time, takes a couple of steps out, and actually asks for a new baseball. Lozada and Nate Sampson were the one that sparked the offense last night in the 8th. A 2-out single and a 2-out walk from Lozada first, then Sampson led to a double from Hose, but Lozada swings out of the zone here as Van Meter gets him fishing for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the right-hander.
I don't know if that was the most perfectly placed off-speed pitch Van Meter could ever accomplish, or if that was just nasty.
Lozada going to be upset with himself as he chased ball 4 there. A walk there would have been huge to get Nate Sampson to the plate. Sampson is 1 for 3 with a double. As Van Meter out of the stretch, sets at the belt and delivers. First pitch fastball right on the outside corner, 90 miles an hour, and he's ahead, no balls and 1 strike. Sampson got a hold of one in the 3rd, but hit it off of the top of the arch nemesis out in left. 0-1, he laces this one right at Alonzo Harris, as that will retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Van Meter, as the Revolution bullpen has been perfect to this point. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Blue Crabs in the inning. Jared Mitchell, Ruby Silva, and Telvin Nash, 2-3-4, due up when we come back for the Revs on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Hey fans, be sure to join us every Thursday home game for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game, as well as 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer. The event takes place every Thursday home game throughout the season from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in our Legends Club. For more information on this or any other exciting offers throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
What's better than watching a Blue Crabs baseball game? Staying after to watch a classic film for free. After every Friday home game, the Blue Crabs will show a select film on the big board, and fans are invited to stick around, pack a blanket, grab some popcorn, and enjoy. Every week is a different movie, so come out each week to see what's showing. For more information on this or any of our exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Dr. Milu and the courteous and professional staff at Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center in Waldorf want you to know that for cases of cancer and blood disorders such as anemia, leukemia, and lymphoma, you don't have to travel all the way to D.C. or Baltimore to get high-quality, compassionate care close to home. Established in 1995, Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center offers expertise, experience, and the highest standards needed for successful treatment of cancer and blood disorders. Dr. Milu is excited to be a part of the Blue Crabs family as the new sponsor of the Silver Sluggers program and games for the 2017 season. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 301-638-1007 or visit cancerandblooddisorderscenter.com.
Game day brings out the best in all of us.
Rob Carson, the new reliever for the Blue Crabs, as he's on to work the bottom of the 7th. The dangerous part of the lineup, Jared Mitchell, Ruby Silva, and Telvin Nash due up. As Thompson's first pitch across for a strike, no balls and 1 strike. Carson, making his 60th appearance of the year. He's 3-4 with a 3.78 ERA in the regular season. We saw him last night. He walked a batter, but that's all on the line for him in a scoreless inning. The southpaw in the lefty-lefty matchup delivers a breaking ball that misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
2 straight off-speed pitches here from Carson is obviously first how he's going to try to pitch to this lefty Mitchell, getting out early.
Carson loves to dominate the inside part of the plate to right-handed batters with his fastball, but he's featuring the breaking ball to the lefty here as a fastball goes low. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 lefties to start it off. That's why Carson gets the call, Mitchell and Silva, before Telvin Nash will come up. Carson sets at the belt and delivers. Fastball just off the outside corner. 3 balls and no strikes.
On the season, Carson in 7 games has a 1.42 ERA against the York Revolution with 1 earned run on 5 hits in 6 1/3 innings.
He only struck out 2 batters, not a big strikeout guy. That, of course, on the regular season. Last night's numbers not in there as that one's rolled towards first. Rodriguez straddling the line will make the play in fair territory and tag the base as that upsets the Revolution fans a little bit. We saw Telvin Nash field a ball about a foot to the first baseman's left of that earlier in the game. It was called foul, mostly because it was foul, and that one was called fair, mostly because it was fair.
I'm pretty sure the home crowd just carried a 6th inning grudge just there. That was absolutely a fair ball.
That was undoubtedly a fair ball, but that was definitely a grudge being held from well earlier in the game. I think that took place all the way back in maybe the 2nd inning. But regardless, 1 down, and Carson with another lefty as Ruby Silva to the plate, squares to bunt, pulls back, and the off-speed pitch misses low. Silva 2 for 3. A pair of singles, a run scored, and a ground out back to Thompson. That ended the 4th inning.
I will gladly take the 3-hitter Silva hitting .625 in the postseason with the bullets he's been hitting squaring up to bunt.
Can't agree more as Carson goes with the off-speed pitch. That one stays upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
While we're at it, could he and Nash and maybe, I don't know.
Alonzo? No, not Alonzo.
Well,
he's too fast.
We don't want him to bunt, but could they just start doing that more often? Think of it as a handicap. That would be great because these guys have been so consistent in this brief 2-game series, Silva especially, hitting just barreling up balls.
A fastball was blown by him there, though, as Carson gets the count back to 2-1. And Silva squares again, pulls back once more. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Thank you, Mr. Silva.
Three balls and 1 strike. The count as Carson winds and delivers a high fly ball towards right field. The ballpark's going to have plenty of room for that one as he got a little too far under it, and Cone makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for Carson. A good start to his night.
It's one of the first times that Silva hasn't hit a ball particularly well that I can recall.
A update in the other series. Somerset finished their 7-1 victory last night while we were still on air. So they took a 1-0 lead, but the Ducks have responded. They hold a 3-1 advantage at home in Game 2 of the series. And they will head back to Somerset at the conclusion of that one, where the final 2 games, if not 3, of that series. Carson misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Somerset did what the Blue Crabs have talked about doing and what's all important, which is can you steal one of the first 2 games on the road? Carson goes upstairs with a fastball here, 2 balls and no strikes. The Blue Crabs have the advantage. They get 3 games at home, but it's somewhat demoralizing to go back home already down 2-0 in the series, so you'd love to steal one and then just have to go 2-1 at home. but they're not in line to do that as of yet, as Carson comes inside. 3 balls and no strikes. The count on Telvin Nash.
Looks like Carson wanted to see if the home plate umpire, Payron, would appeal down to first base on a swing by Nash. He was pretty upset about that, walked off the pitcher's mound and collected himself.
I want a different point to first base to happen right here on the 3-0 pitch to Nash, but it appears that Carson will continue to go after him as a fastball misses high and a 4-pitch walk to Telvin Nash, his second walk of the game, and it's honestly what the Blue Crabs might have to start doing against him, as he's aboard with 2 outs to get it to Michael Burgess. Burgess has not been nearly as effective as the number 3 and number 4 hitters in this lineup. He's 0 for 2 with a walk in the game tonight, 1 for 4 last night. And it sets up a lefty-lefty matchup for Carson. Infield does shift for Burgess to pull as Carson goes inside with a changeup and low. 1 ball and no strikes.
Obviously, ideally here, the Blue Crabs want Burgess to roll over on this one and make it easy out to get back on the offensive side of things and try to put something together here.
Carson sets at the belt and kicks for the 1-0. A pop-up straight back behind the plate over the net and out of play. Evens the count at 1.
That ball made it all the way out over the structure of the People's Bank Ballpark onto Brooks Robinson Way.
Brooks Robinson, well renowned across the entire Atlantic League and all of Major League Baseball as well, as this one's shot towards first. Rodriguez with the backhand there will walk over to the base, tag it himself, and a scoreless inning for Carson as he allows the walk to Nash, but not the worst thing as he works around it. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the 8th. Blue Crabs trail by 2. Sounds familiar. They did it last night, tied it up in the 8th last night off of the man who's on his way in from the bullpen, Ricardo Gomez. We're hoping to show you a replay of last night's 8th inning when we come back. LJ Hose, Michael Snyder, Devin Rodriguez in the 8th when we return to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands, prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less, that's wise.
With their new location at 3016 Waldorf Marketplace in Waldorf, Grill 13 now makes it even easier to enjoy their Irish fare and great drink specials every day. At Grill 13, they believe in good food, good drinks, good people, coupled with extraordinary customer service and cleanliness to make you feel part of the family. Whether lunch, dinner, or a round of drinks after the long workday, visiting Grill 13 is always a great experience. Feel free to come relax with family, friends, or even fly solo with a premium cocktail, our handmade pulled pork, fresh wings, bangers and mash, or any one of their tasty dishes. Then indulge in one of Grill 13's famous premium handmade Sugar Lips desserts. Call 301-645-2983 or visit grillwithane13.com.
Blue Crabs fans, your Blue Crabs are playoff bound, and on Friday night, September 22nd, it'll start raining crabs. That night, there will be a fireworks display, a Thunderstick giveaway to really bring the noise, and a special appearance by former Orioles and Blue Crabs great Andy Etchebarren. Get your playoff tickets today at the E-Trepid box office by calling 301-638-9788 or anytime at somdbluecrabs.com.
Ricardo Gomez, a familiar face, heads to the mound for a familiar inning. He's out for the 8th as LJ Hose, Michael Snyder, Devin Rodriguez due up. Gomez delivers first pitch, cold strike to Hose, no balls and 1 strike. Gomez going right back into the fire after a rough outing last night. Comes real close with an 0-1 here, but that misses and evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-hander made 41 appearances in the regular season, 4-4 with a 3.25 ERA in 38 2/3 as he drops sidearm here and 91-mile-an-hour fastball goes outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
In the playoff game last night, in Game 1, he, in 2/3 of an inning, struck out a batter, walked a batter, but gave up 3 hits and allowed those 2 runs to score.
The 2-run double from the man at the plate, L.J. Hose, tied the game in the 8th last night. The Blue Crabs would love to do that again here tonight, get Daryl Thompson off the hook. Thompson didn't throw his best, but he threw better than he has against York on the season.
Very much so.
4 runs is not insurmountable for the Blue Crabs. A 4-2 game. They're very much so right in it. Thompson did what he could to keep them right in it. The Blue Crabs just got to reward their starter and at least get him off the hook. If not, come back and win the game.
LJ was just a little, to say the least, ahead of that pitch and moonshotted that thing well foul to the left side.
Swing and a miss on the payoff pitch, and Hose is down on strikes. He asked the home plate umpire, Jorge Tehran, if that was a strike. I don't think that it was, but he is down on strikes.
Big 91-mile-an-hour fastball from Gomez must have seemed an extra couple miles an hour faster because he was feeding him a steady diet of sweeping breaking stuff.
Just the third strikeout of the game for the York pitching staff. 1 from Mateo, 1 from Van Meter last inning, and now 1 from Gomez. He goes right back to the fastball, 92 miles an hour on the inside corner to Michael Snyder, and he's ahead, no balls and 1 strike. Gomez works out of the stretch. He sets out his chest and delivers. Snyder foul tips that one off the top of the catcher's head and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes.
In this case, the catcher Tejeda gives himself some time to collect, and he takes his mask up and steps up. But Snyder and the home plate umpire give him time to collect themselves.
As they should. Gomez ready now, sets for the 0-2 and delivers. Fastball up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Snyder with the home run last night. A 3-hit game for him. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Rolled into a 6-4-3 double play in his last at-bat, though. The 1-2 just misses as the Revolution crowd asks for a called strike 3, but instead the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Very nice fastball on the outside corner of the plate, outside quadrant there, but he didn't get the call.
We'll take it as it keeps Snyder alive in the at-bat. He digs back in. Gomez ready and fires. Snyder gets a piece of it back off the catcher Tejeda and continues his fight in the at-bat.
Professional hitter Snyder is, and he was able to stay alive, make just enough contact there to see another pitch.
So we'll head to the 2-2 once more as Snyder goes the other way, and an absolutely professional piece of hitting there. As with 2 strikes, Snyder stays alive and fights off a fastball for a single here.
Probably one of the hardest hit balls he's had outside of the homer. His singles were singles, just that, and that ball was pretty well struck to the opposite field.
So Snyder with another multi-hit game. He's got 2 of those in 2 playoff games. That's what you're looking for. It appears that he's going to stay in the game as Paul Fletcher, the pitching coach for York, will head to the mound to talk to Gomez. Action is up in both bullpens as it appears Evan Reed was throwing for the Blue Crabs. Reed got the loss last night, but hard-throwing right-hander appears to be slated to come back in. I'm a little surprised Snyder's going to stay in the game here, as this would be a good opportunity for somebody like Brian Bistain or Tucker Nathans, who has a little more speed, to come on and potentially try to sneak a run across and bring this to just a 1-run game. But I think Frisbee is more preparing for something in the future.
You have to agree, but you're right. It's really hard to take Snyder out of the lineup with as hot as he's been hitting.
After extra innings last night, Frisbee doesn't want to take Snyder's bat out of the game in case the Blue Crabs are able to tie this one up, as Gomez goes to a changeup on the first pitch to Rodriguez. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Really is a catch-22. Take him in or take him out or leave him in and risk his lack of exceptional speed on the base paths.
This pitch misses outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. The left-hander Chase Hutchinson is up and throwing once again in the Revolution bullpen. Hutchinson came on after Gomez was pulled with 2 outs in the 8th last night. We'll see if maybe Mason does the exact same thing tonight, as Gomez is rattled now 3 straight balls after the hit to Snyder. And he's visibly frustrated on the mound as he pounds the ball into his glove. A hitter's count for Rodriguez. 320 down the line, or 325, excuse me, on the pull side for the lefty Rodriguez. He can easily get one out of here if Gomez lays a fastball in there, and Rodriguez was on the same thought track as I was. A big cut on a fastball in the zone, but swung through 3-1.
Absolutely. Gomez challenged him with his best fastball, and unfortunately Devin just couldn't catch up to it.
I agree with the green light there, though. A hitter like Rodriguez, you trust him to stay in the zone, and he did, gave it everything he got, but 3-1 the count. As Gomez kicks and delivers, Rodriguez with a huge cut one more time. Right on that one, but foul tipped back. He is trying to tie this game right now.
And I mean, as well he should. He is one of the focal points of this offense. He needs to come up here with something, some kind of big hit, or at least keep the train moving, get the next batter up here without making an out, and he knows just how big this spot is.
3 balls, 2 strikes as Rodriguez chokes up a little bit on the bat. He'll try to get something in play. As Gomez delivers, Rodriguez foul tips that one back off the catcher to Hayda and will send him onto the ground, as that one was right off of the mask of the catcher.
Yeah, it looks like the trainer's coming out for the Revs, because Tejeda did not look like that. That definitely struck him hard.
So Choi and Mason back out to check on their catcher once more. He was hit by a pitch earlier in the game and ended up staying in the matchup there.
He just took a pitch off of in the last at-bat as well. So he's been, unfortunately for him, I suppose fortunately for Blue Crabs hitters, if there is such a thing, he has taken a bit of a beating back there tonight.
So it appears that once again he will continue to stay in the game as Choi and Mason head back to the dugout, and we're ready for the 3-2 once more. Rodriguez got to find a way to get on base. He serves as the tying run. Corey Vaughn in the on-deck circle with 2 hits already. As Gomez sets for the first pitch to the payoff pitch to Rodriguez once more. It's a sky-high pop-up. Rodriguez slams his bat into the ground as Dent drifts into the outfield and will make the catch. A good battle from Rodriguez, but Gomez wins it, as now 2 down in the inning.
It's a pretty tough out there for Rodriguez. You really want to see someone in his position, in that part of the order, come up big.
Mason back out of the dugout and signals to the bullpen. Hutchinson will come on. So we'll get you more details on Chase Hutchinson after we step away here on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Back inside People's Bank Park. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Man on first, tying run coming to the plate in the form of Corey Vaughn. And the Revolution have turned to another reliever. Chase Hutchinson is on. Tasked with retiring Vaughn here after 2/3 of an inning from Ricardo Gomez. Hutchinson comes out of the pen with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Vaughn 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles on the night to this point. Hutchinson pitched an inning and a third scoreless last night. Didn't allow any base runners as a changeup pulls the string there. Vaughn out in front and falls behind. No balls and 2 strikes. So a good time to go to the off-speed there for Hutchinson, as now he's shown Vaughn the fastball and the off-speed stuff. Has him off balance as the southpaw comes set at the chest for the 0-2 and delivers. Vaughn fights off a 91-mile-an-hour fastball and stays alive.
Surprising from Hutchinson, who's a big lefty, comes at it from a deceptive angle. In 53 innings pitched this year, he only strikes out 43 men in 53 innings pitched. So that's a very interesting statistic. It means that while he has the ability, you would think, with such a deceptive delivery, he still can be made contact on, which is all that matters.
No balls, 2 strikes once more as he sets at the chest and delivers. Fastball comes inside. That tips off the glove of the catcher. Snyder will head into scoring position as he's on second now after the wild pitch. And now in scoring position, that will bring exactly what we talked about earlier. A pinch runner, Brian Bistain, will come on trying to steal a run, as Bistain, with a little more speed than Snyder, would have the ability to score on a single, make this a 1-run game, which is a big key for the Blue Crabs. With the runner on first, a ball in the gap would have needed to score the run, but now Vaughn just has to come through with a hit of any kind. Hutchinson not only has a deceptive delivery, but he's 6'5", 215 pounds on the mound, coming from the left side. It's no wonder that he was an all-star this year with that 1.35 ERA, lowest on the team. What does surprise me a little bit is the fact that he's not exclusively their closer. He only has 5 saves, as Brad Allen gets the ball most of the time. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a man on second as the lefty comes set and delivers. Vaughn with a chopper towards first. He's breaking out of the box. Nash quickly flips to first. Vaughn beat that, but he's called out. I am 100% confident that Corey Vaughn just beat that ball to the bag, but that will end the inning as the 3-1 putout retires the side. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head to the 9th. Blue Crabs need 2, but first we've got the bottom of the 8th as we'll turn to the pen once more. We'll get you the details on the new reliever when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Be sure to join us at select Saturday home games throughout the season as the Blue Crabs light up the Southern Maryland night sky with post-game Saturday night firework extravaganzas. For more information on this event or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs want to congratulate Ryan Mulhern on being named the designated hitter on the Blue Crabs' 10-year team. Mulhern was originally drafted by the Cleveland Indians in the 11th round of the 2003 amateur draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2011 when he hit .348 with 10 home runs in his first season with the team. In 2 seasons with the Blue Crabs, Mulhern collected 19 home runs, 65 RBIs, and scored 53 runs while appearing in 80 games.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to thank Apple Spice Junction for their partnership for the 2017 season. Be sure to check out Apple Spice's unique box delivery services, with breakfast offerings ranging from pastries and fruit to gourmet eggs and seasoned potatoes. Or you can check out Apple Spice for lunch, with sandwiches featuring freshly baked bread, fine meats, cheeses, and crisp veggies. Or you can try one of their homemade soups, healthy salad, or freshly baked treats. Ask how they can cater your next event. For more information, you can visit them online at www.applespice.com or visit their location at 6750 Crane Highway, located in La Plata.
Hey, this is Jesse Beal, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Blue Crabs turn to the bullpen here in the bottom of the 8th as Evan Reed will come on, and he delivers a first pitch fastball to Isaiah Tejeda, who laces that right into left field. One pitch, and the leadoff man is aboard here, inning for York. As not a very kind welcome, from Tejeda for Reed, as he quickly deposits that one into the outfield.
That ball was roped to the left fielder hose.
Reed got the loss last night as he came on in the bottom of the 10th, picked up 2 quick outs before a double from Ruvi Silva and the walk-off 2-run homer from Telvin Nash. He's looking to keep the score right where it is and keep the Blue Crabs within striking distance in the top of the 9th. As first pitch, Travis Witherspoon squares to bunt, pulls back, but a called strike anyway. Reed works out of the stretch. He sets at his chest. A look at first, and now spins and fires. Tejeda back in easily. Not much speed with the catcher over there, but still want to keep an eye on him. No walking lead. Let him know you are looking. So Reed sets once again for the 0-1 pitch. And delivers. Squares to bunt, and he offers at a pitch well up out of the zone. And doesn't make contact. No balls and 2 strikes. So Witherspoon, unsuccessful with the sacrifice attempts, will likely have that sign pulled off.
I'll gladly take the 7th hitter in this pretty potent York lineup trying to bunt. I'll say it, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If they want to offer an out here with a couple of their bottom of the lineup guys coming up, I'll take it.
So no balls, 2 strikes. The bunt attempt is likely off as Reed sets a look at first. Now delivers. He squares again, bunts it foul off of his foot in the box. And Witherspoon is out after 3 unsuccessful sacrifice attempts. That's going to go down as a strikeout for Reed. So 1 down, and now the right-hander is just a ground ball away from getting out of the inning. Reed comes to the Blue Crabs after starting the year with the Sugarland Skeeters. He struggled with Sugarland, but has been fine with Southern Maryland prior to last night. He had worked 2 scoreless innings for the Blue Crabs, 1 against the Revolution and 1 against the New Britain Bees. So not much experience for the right-hander in Southern Maryland. He throws hard from the right side as he sets for the first pitch to Ryan Dent. Goes with a fastball, 92 miles an hour, fouled back off the screen, 0-1. Dent 0 for 3, struck out looking in his last at-bat. Reed is filling the hole that was left by Cody Hebner. Hebner out with injury for the rest of the season, so the Blue Crabs go out and add another hard-throwing right-hander. Hebner had a great year for the Blue Crabs. A lot of credit to the right-hander out of the pen as he finished the year with a .350 ERA. Led the Blue Crabs bullpen in strikeouts with 58. 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled off out of play the other way. No balls and 2 strikes.
Really, you got to give a credit where credit is due to Cody Hebner because he came kind of out of nowhere doing that. It doesn't have nearly the pedigree as an Evan Reed, a former major leaguer. So it's pretty impressive for him to do that coming from the American Association and the low affiliated minors, as opposed to Evan Reed doing that at the same rate from a much higher former pedigree.
Reed sets for the 0-2, a look at first, and now delivers. And that one fouled back. A lot of things that make watching Cody Hebner pitch fun. One, you mentioned, didn't make it to the major leagues like Reed, so that's a little difference in the pedigree. But Hebner's listed at just 6'1", 185. As far as weight goes, that's tied for the second lowest on the team. But he rears up and fires absolute gas at the plate. Sits in the low to mid 90s with the majority of his fastball and then mixes in a devastating over-the-top curveball. Reed ready for the 0-2 as that one fouls off out of play. My favorite part about Hebner, though, and what will be missed for the most part, although he is still in the locker room for this playoff run, the enjoyment he shows when playing. He's always up and dancing on the Blue Crabs bench or dugout or anywhere that you find him. He's really just having the time of his life playing baseball. So.
Well, and it's too bad that the season ended that way for him. He could be out here for the playoffs, and obviously we all wish that he get a speedy recovery and he'll be back ready for next year, because I think he can be a very important part of the bullpen.
No balls, 2 strikes, still the count on Dent as Reed delivers a 93-mile-an-hour fastball up out of the zone. Allen springs out of the crouch and stabs at it to keep it from heading to the backstop.
That pitch was so high it looked like it could have been a pitch out with the runner on first. Not that they would have been doing that, though, with the catcher Tejeda on base.
Dent still looking for his first hit in the series, 0 for 6 to this point. As Reed steps off the back of the rubber to reset prior to the 1-2. He's looking for the ground ball. The infield in double play depth. This one shot the other way. That's going to get down in right field in front of Cone. Tejeda rounds the base. A throw in from Cone all the way to third. Lozada will play it on the hop as Tejeda throws the brakes on. A 1-out hit from Ryan Dent. Have runners on first and second with 1 out. The good news for the Blue Crabs, number 9 hitter on his way to the plate, Chase Simpson. As Reed does have the 1 out. Infield fly rule in effect, 1 and 2. The infield can stay in double play depth. Simpson has hit into just 4 double plays this season, though, in 57 games.
I don't think very many times, though, he's been up with one out, and the catcher at second and the stocky Dent at first. This is probably one of his best chances to perhaps hit into a double play.
Not much speed at second. Tejeda is deceptively fast for a catcher, but no James Skelton of New Britain. As Reed kicks and delivers, fastball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Action begins in the Blue Crabs bullpen. As I imagine if Reed can't get Simpson here, this will be the last man he faces.
It's a scary prospect if he can't get Simpson here.
Right-hander sets for the 1-0 and delivers. Fastball, that's foul tipped back off the screen, and the count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. If he can't get Simpson here, the best case scenario is the bases loaded, and that's never what you want to hear on best case scenario.
Best case scenario is the bases loaded with 1 out for Alonzo Harris. Terrifying.
Still just a ground ball away. The middle infield is pinched into double play depth as Reed sets. He gives a look at second, now delivers. This one sent out towards deep left field. Hose going back at the wall. That one's going to get up and out of here. Chase Simpson does it again for the Revolution. A 3-run home run here in the 8th inning. And York takes a 7-2 lead. As that is a bit of a dagger for the Blue Crabs.
That ball was an absolute shot. Hit right, that left center power alley here at People's Bank Park has been getting absolutely abused let's be honest, mostly by York hitters. But I will say Michael Snyder also put his home run out there. That was yet another shot.
So that'll turn the lineup back to the top, and now a 7-2 ball game. Alonzo Harris coming to the plate as Reed right back to work. Harris spins around backwards on a first pitch.
I hate to say it, but that hit is now officially the York Revolution out hitting the Blue Crabs as well. I should say the hit prior to that. So
this inning, yes. The Blue Crabs came into the inning 8 hits to 7 and now trail 10-8.
While it might seem like a fairy tale at this point, that was one of our keys to the game. That was, at least at one point, still on. But
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out with Alonzo Harris as Reed delivers. Check swing, but a called strike. And the count goes to 1-2. I can't imagine much life left in the Blue Crabs dugout after that one, as it's going to be a very uphill battle in the top of the 9th. Harris weakly swings, foul tips that one, but the catcher Allen hangs on, and Reed picks up his second strikeout of the game. A 5-run game now seems like a much different ball game than the 2 runs last inning when Michael Snyder got a 1-out hit, and all of a sudden we're talking about the tying run coming to the plate. We're going to have to string together many hits and walks and base runners and home runs in the bottom half of the inning now.
But manager Mark Mason of the Revs now does have to think about who he's going to bring in the 9th as opposed to just going straight to a high leverage closer.
Reed kicks and delivers. First pitch misses off the plate to Jared Mitchell. 1 ball and no strikes. Mitchell 1 for 4 tonight. One of the best athletes on the field. We saw a sliding catch from Mitchell earlier in the game as he takes low. 2 balls and no strikes. Mitchell said this a couple of times throughout the year when we've seen York. He played football and baseball at LSU for head coach Les Miles, the Tigers coach at the time. He won a championship with them when they won the College Football National Championship back in the day with the BCS as he lines one here. That's going to be down for a 2-out single, and that will keep the inning alive. Mitchell, that's not the end of his resume. He also won a College World Series in baseball for LSU and was voted the most valuable player in the entire NCAA tournament that year. So he's aboard, and that will bring up Ruby Silva and also bring out manager James Frisbee as he heads to the mound. No signal to the pin yet. Sam Runyon is up and warming, and there's the signal as he will take the ball from Reed. That will end the day for the right-hander as he will head back to the dugout. In a 7-2 game, Runyon will come on. He'll be asked to get 1 out, and the Blue Crabs will have to rally in the 9th. We'll be back here on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. Ruby Silva versus Sam Runyon when we return.
Are you looking for the latest and best in Blue Crabs gear? Look no further than the newly redesigned and restocked Crab Shack Team Store, anchored by EC Sports. The Team Store features everything from old favorites like game replica hats and t-shirts to novelty items and collectibles. You can even purchase local art from our Southern Maryland Artist Showcase. You can visit our Team Store anytime 9 to 5, as well as during all home games. The Team Store is also available online by visiting somdbluecrabs.com and clicking the Store tab. Blue Crabs fans, your Blue Crabs are playoff bound, and on Friday night, September 22nd, it'll start raining crabs. That night, there will be a fireworks display, a Thunderstick giveaway to really bring the noise, and a special appearance by former Orioles and Blue Crabs great Andy Etchebarren. Get your playoff tickets today at the E-Trepid box office by calling 301-638-9788 or anytime at somdbluecrabs.com. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs are celebrating their 10-year anniversary in style this season at Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, but they cannot do it without you. Fans can enjoy a day at their all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion in one of 16 luxury suites, or just relaxing with friends and family anytime at any of their 70 home games all summer long.
The Kids Park keeps the kids happy and active while Mom and Dad can enjoy great food and cold drinks all night before stopping in the newly redesigned and restocked Crab Shack souvenir store. Lights over Southern Maryland fireworks on select Saturdays, player autographs and kids run the bases on Sundays, and much more mean you're an honorary member of Crustacean Nation USA and you don't even know it. Call today at 301-638-9788 or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information, schedules, to purchase tickets, or plan your next event.
Sam Runyon on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th as he'll try to get out of the inning. And it appears he does that on 1 pitch. Barely got to introduce him as a pop-up to shallow left field. Lozada tracking back will make the catch. And Runyon with a very effective 1 pitch out ends the 8th, but the 3-run home run for the Revolution off the bat of Chase Simpson might have iced this one. We've seen the Blue Crabs fight back before. They'll look to do it again, but in the inning, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. It'll take 5 to tie, 6 to win when we come back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Hey everyone, this is Sam Runyon from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join us at the park every Wednesday home game to enjoy Wednesday Pub Grub Night. Every Wednesday will feature $3 Coors Light cans, $5 draft beer, and $5 Pub Grub specials. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center in Waldorf is your new sponsor of the Silver Sluggers program on Tuesday nights all season long. Silver Sluggers members receive tickets to every Tuesday night game, including the 4th of July, a commemorative t-shirt, they get to play baseball bingo during the games, and much more. Guests can even learn more about how CBDTC can help you at their table located on the concourse every Tuesday night. For more information on the Silver Sluggers, visit somdbluecrabs.com. And for more information on the wonderful life-saving work that Dr. Milo and his staff do, call them today at 301-638-1007. Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center. High quality, compassionate care, close to home.
The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs would like to congratulate Jim Ed Warden on being named the closer on the Blue Crabs 10-year team. Warden was originally drafted by the Cleveland Indians in the 6th round of the 2001 MLB Amateur Draft. He signed with Southern Maryland in 2009, where he picked up 13 saves with a 1.12 ERA in 17 appearances. Over 6 seasons with the team, Warden appeared in 284 games and collected a Blue Crabs record 134 saves.
Hey, this is Cody Epley, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Baseball Network.
Back on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network here at Peoples Bank Park. Blue Crabs trail 7-2. As we head to the top of the 9th, a ball has come onto center field, so Chase Hutchinson will step off and reset. The Blue Crabs gave up 3 in the bottom of the 8th, a 3-run home run to the number 9 hitter, Chase Simpson, as now they need 5 runs with the 7-8-9 due up in the inning against arguably the best reliever in the league. The southpaw kicks and delivers. First pitch misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Hutchinson looking for the 2-inning save, or I guess 1 1/3, as he came on for the final out in the 8th inning. That was a 4-2 game, so he faced the tying run and now returns to the mound. So despite the 7-2 score, he will be eligible for the save in this game. He is behind Edwin Garcia, 2 balls and no strikes. Probably not used to sitting in the dugout in between innings, but he did it last night, so I don't imagine that is what's affecting. He did have a longer break this time with the 3 runs being scored, as he misses very close to the inside corner. And Garcia is in a 3-0 count.
Garcia's put some good wood on the balls here this 2-game series, but without a hit yet.
As he takes the pitch outside, a walk for Edwin Garcia on 4 pitches, and Blue Crabs aren't done yet. although it doesn't look quite promising, this team at no point this season has folded to anyone. I can't imagine Game 2 of the playoff series is the time for them to start. They rallied back late last night, although it was just a 2-run deficit. We'll see what they can pull tonight as Luis Allen takes first pitch fastball on the inside corner, and Hutchinson gets across his first strike of the inning.
He's working on that inside corner to the righty, and he was missing on all of those pitches initially to Edwin, but he was able to put that fastball on the inside corner for that first strike to Allen.
Allen 0 for 2 with a walk tonight as Hutchinson pulls the string on a changeup. That is a devastating pitch, and he's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
That was pretty ugly. Allen just could not lay up. He was committed to a power fastball, made him look foolish.
Hutchinson doesn't throw that hard. He sits around the upper to mid 80s, but when you mix it in with a pitch that honestly just falls off the table halfway to the plate, it's a nasty combination. Southpaw sets at the chest and delivers a curveball to Allen this time as that's chopped down the third baseline. It'll be fielded by Simpson in foul territory, and the count will hold. 3 pitches for Hutchinson, the fastball, the devastating changeup, and then that breaking ball that we just saw.
I'm surprised this hometown crowd wasn't angry about that being called a foul ball.
I think the grudge has been let go the last time they got upset. It was a much closer game, a 2-run game at the time. Now, with a comfortable 5-run lead, they've settled into let's go Revs chance and feel that they can just coast to victory. But again, Blue Crabs not one to fold as Allen won't give up in this at-bat either, fights off another one. Back-to-back foul balls for Luis Allen.
It must be said that the first 3 batters to face Hutchinson here in the inning are all right-handers, with Lozada to follow, now bearing a double play. He can pinch hit and would likely hit from the right side as well. So you got to give an advantage to some of these Blue Crabs here potentially.
Hutchinson sets for the 0-2 once more. A fastball misses off the plate away. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The crowd didn't like that call, but that was definitely outside.
For what it's worth, Hutchinson has been better against lefties this season, so your point is there to a case, but right-handers are hitting 200 against Hutchinson even. Lefties 180, but that's what happens when you've got a 135 ERA. Nobody gets on base.
So you're saying there's still a chance.
The southpaw kicks and delivers. Luis Allen still fighting as that one's into the bullpen, and the count will hold. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3 foul balls from Allen as he's not giving in against his former teammates tonight. Allen, another Blue Crab, looking for his first hit in the series. Every guy at the bottom of the lineup, 7, 8, 9, is doing that. As Hutchinson sets for the 1-2 pitch for a second time and delivers. This one fought off the other way, out of play. And Allen refuses to back down. 4 foul balls in the at-bat as he's seen 7 pitches already.
He's making Hutchinson work here.
After Hutchinson had a long break and then walked Garcia on 4 pitches, Allen is refusing to back down. The southpaw is now at 16 pitches. Not what I'm assuming he normally expects, as he's not one to give up many hits on the year. He sets for the 1-2 for a 3rd time and delivers fastball inside as Allen hops out of the way, and that one goes to 2-2. Allen shook his head a little bit there after hopping out of the way. I think that if he had that back, he might wear it and try to get on base, but I like that option better where we have him moving forward.
Yeah, that would have got him in the back foot. It was such a sweeping breaking pitch, coming at him low and inside that you don't want to catch him taking the ball off the foot. I don't care what it gets you.
2 balls, 2 strikes as Allen wins the battle. A line drive single to left field. What an at-bat from Luis Allen. It takes 9 pitches and 4 foul balls, but he is on first base moving Edwin Garcia into scoring position. Nobody
as
out.
an HBP, but he didn't have a sore foot. I call that a win.
Allen with a much-deserved first hit of the series, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Zach Cohn. Cohn is 0 for 3, as he was last night as well. Hutchinson delivers the first pitch to him. Foul tipped off of the catcher, or the home plate umpire, excuse me, as Tehran struggling a bit with that. No balls and 1 strike. Cohn was lifted in the top of the 10th last night. Pinch hit for by Tucker Nathans. Nathans struck out, so the number 9 hitter for the Blue Crabs with 4 strikeouts last night. Cohn has turned that around. He's put the ball in play every at-bat, a pair of flyouts and a ground out to this point.
I thought perhaps we might have seen Tucker Nathans if this had still been a 4-2 game.
0-1 right there, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. With Hutchinson returning to the mound, I think that the right-hander Cohn would have stayed in, but if a 4-2 game is the case, I believe they go to the right-handed reliever Brad Allen, and Nathans likely does get his call. Hutchinson sets. He's ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes as he delivers a sweeping breaking ball that Cohn wisely lays off. 1-2.
Both Cohn and Hutchinson readjust and step away. Hutchinson steps off the mound, and he's the last man back at his spot.
Hutchinson definitely taking his time in between pitches. Might be to the high pitch count, might be to the importance of every pitch. As Cohn swings and misses here on a pitch out of the zone. He is down on strikes for the first time tonight, and out number 1 here in the 9th. As I think I just saw Brad Allen get up and start throwing in the Revolution bullpen.
It's a pretty filthy breaking pitch from Hutchinson. Low and inside, well off the plate. Same kind of breaking pitch he'd been throwing to not only Cohn, but Allen before him, and this time he couldn't lay off.
So 1 down, runners on first and second. Top of the order coming up, Jose Lozada, as Lozada switches to the right side. Ground ball back to Hutchinson. He'll look to third, then to second. His only play will be to first, though, as he wisely takes it. And Lozada is retired. The Blue Crabs are down to their last out.
I'll bring up Nate Sampson with 2 down and 2 on. The last chance for the Blue Crabs.
Sampson is 1 for 4. A double for him. A hard hit ball in his last at-bat, but right at Alonzo Harris. As the crowd to its feet here in York, they're sensing a 2-0 series lead to take to Southern Maryland, where they're need just 1 game in the 3 remaining. First pitch to Sampson misses. 1 ball and no strikes. If Sampson can extend it, LJ Hose awaits on deck. The tying run, if the Blue Crabs can get him to the plate, would be Michael Snyder. And
it'll be Brian Bistain.
Actually, you're right. Bistain pinch ran for Snyder. I forgot about that. So Bistain would serve as the tying run.
And Blue Crabs fans will be well to remember Brian Bistain's very memorable grand slam here at Peoples Bank Park early in his Blue Crabs career earlier this season.
1 ball and 1 strike. Bistain does have 1 home run. It was a grand slam June 20th against York. But we've got to get there. We've got a ways to go. Sampson's got to win this at-bat. Hose has to do his as well. And then we can talk about tying this game as Hutchinson sets for the 1-1. A chopper towards second. Silva charges. He'll field, fire on the run to first, and Sampson is beat by a step. And the Revolution take this one. Final score 7-2. As York does exactly what they wanted to do. They win both games here at home and will head to Southern Maryland, where they'll just need 1 to win this series and head on to a championship matchup with the winner in the Liberty Division. That series, Somerset up 1-0 over the Ducks, but the Ducks an inning away from tying that one up. 3 more outs and they'll get that one. So Blue Crabs lose this one 7-2. The long ball did them in tonight. They could not keep the Revs in the park. A 3-run home run from Telvin Nash, a solo home run from Alonzo Harris, and a 3-run home run from Chase Simpson. We go back to the beginning of the game. Tim, we talked about a couple of keys. Keep the leadoff hitters off base. Well, if we go back and look here, in the 3rd inning, the Revolution put up 3. The leadoff hitter, Chase Simpson, got on base.
Absolutely.
And if we look back in the 8th inning, the leadoff hitter, Isaiah Tejeda, got on base, and the Revs scored 6 combined runs in those 2 innings. So you can't say our game plan wasn't correct. It just wasn't effective tonight. As the Blue Crabs drop this one, they could not get the lead to Thornton or Epley, as we mentioned, and Thompson pitched better, but not quite fully himself tonight. The only check mark the Blue Crabs have is that they did, in fact, score first in the game. Lozada led off the game with a home run, but the Revolution fought back 7-2. They score 7 on 11 hits, 1 error. The Blue Crabs 2 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. The final line score for both teams. Tim, we head back to Southern Maryland tomorrow night. The Blue Crabs are going to have to sweep. We see Brian Grinning go to the mound tomorrow, but he'll match up with the southpaw Frank Gailey, the Atlantic League leader in wins. What are the Blue Crabs going to have to do to win that game tomorrow and keep themselves alive in this series?
Well, I think we need to see Brian Grinning play his classic style of baseball, and he needs to be the bulldog and go out there and really set the tone, just like we said for Gabby and Daryl here in York. And I do think that Gailey poses a unique challenge. He comes from that left side, that unique angle where he deceives the hitter, and they're going to have to once again start quickly, get that lead, and it's a lot of the same things apply when we get back to Regency Furniture Stadium as did here. Getting that first run, getting that lead, and trying to build on the success of your starting pitcher. So I think that Gailey's going to provide a great challenge to our hitters. Hopefully the fact that we have a righty-heavy lineup will work to our advantage. And I think that the home cooking has to be better than what they've been eating here in York, and hopefully they're going to have a night to rest. They got a short bus trip. They'll be back home, and these guys will be ready to they got to get their shoes on. They got to get their work boots on and get ready for 3 straight wins here against York.
It's going to be an uphill battle, but it is doable. We saw it last year. The Somerset Patriots had the first 2 home games in the Liberty Division Series last year. They won both of them, and then they headed on the road and were swept on the road. Ended up losing that series to the eventual Atlantic League champions. So it is possible. It has been done. It's been done very recently. And the Blue Crabs will hope to do it again, but it'll take one at a time. It starts tomorrow with Grinning. He's 9-6 with a 3.91 ERA. The all-star right-hander will match up with Frank Gailey, the southpaw, 14-9, 4.12 ERA for the Revolution. As final score once again here tonight, York 7, Southern Maryland 2. The Blue Crabs take a 2-game deficit back home. Tomorrow night, 6:35 first pitch. The Blue Crabs, with their life on the line, will match up with York for Game 3 in the series. For my broadcast partner, Tim Lillis, I'm Brandon Belanda. We thank you for joining us here in York for the first 2 games of this series. We hope you'll rejoin us tomorrow, either at the ballpark or here on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. 6:35 first pitch, 6:30 we will be live once more.
You want to tell folks what's going on tomorrow night at the Regency Furniture Stadium? We got a lot lined up.
We do have a lot lined up. Take it away, salesman Tim.
We've got appearances from Orioles great Andy Etchebarren. We've got live music. We've got pony rides and petting zoos from Mary's Go Around. We've got Thunder Sticks giveaway to really bring the noise tomorrow night and make it a home field advantage for the Blue Crabs at Regency Furniture Stadium. Good seats are still available. The everyone knows just how affordable it is to bring your family out on a Friday night. Kids are back in school, but they don't have to be to school on Saturday morning. So bring the family out tomorrow and enjoy probably one of the last Friday home games, perhaps of the season. If we got fireworks tomorrow night, how could I forget about that? That is probably the best part is win, lose, or draw. There's a beautiful fireworks show after the game tomorrow night. So bring the noise, bring your family out tomorrow night, and enjoy playoff baseball in Southern Maryland.
6:35 first pitch in that one. Life on the line for the Blue Crabs. Come out, support them, or at least come support them on here. For my broadcast partner, Tim Lewis, I'm Brandon Belanda. We'll see you tomorrow night, 6:30, live on the air with Game 3 back here on the Blue Crabs Baseball Network. We'll see you then. Good night from York.